Shalom. I want to give all praises, glories, and honors to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to our elder apostles, Bishop Ellis, and great Muslims, taught us truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom, which means peace and mercy to the elect of the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the seed of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great and abroad. So you would say Shalom, and Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh Shara Tizat, or edify people, because, whatever the Spirit permits, primarily prophecy. Without further ado,
Get something real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, so the prophets of Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, have always prophesied of war, of evil, and of pestilence. And what season are we in as we speak? We are in a season of war, according to Ecclesiastes, the 30th chapter, the 8th verse. As it is written, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And it's obvious that we are in a time of war and in the time of hate. That's the reason why the love of many have been waxing cold. Okay? Order that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Verse 9 says, the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him.
Right, so then shall it be known whether or not the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh Shah had truly sent a man that is prophesying, a prophet that is prophesying of peace. Because guess what? Right now we are again not in the season of peace. In fact, we have false prophets prophesying unto the nation of Israel that they will experience peace. But the Lord says in the book of Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, that evil and only evil is come. The end is come. So how can we prophesy of peace when we are in a time of war, in a time of hate, in a time of woe, pestilence, diseases? Huh?
There's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
Right, and the they is referring to Israel. And within the nation of Israel, there is the elect and there's the two-thirds. The two-thirds are the ones that are stiff-necked, hard-headed, stubborn, backsliding, rebellious, idolatrous, adulterous. And they will not hear the words of Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh Shai. But the Lord said, they, whether they will hear or forbear. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house.
They are a rebellious house. Scripture says that the people of the Lord are Sodom's children. According to Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people are foolish, they have not known me. They are Sodom's children, which means stupid. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, because they lack the fear of the Lord Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai. It is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom.
Yet shall they know that there had been a prophet among them.
Yet shall they know that there had been a prophet among them. This is Isaiah 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Right. And we're crying aloud to the nation of Israel. We're letting them know to forsake their evil ways and return back unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai with a broken and contrite heart and fear and trembling. Repent for the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is at hand. That's why we're crying aloud. We're sparing not. We're not holding back.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Right. And if not our voices lifted up like a trumpet, and shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? According to Amos, the 3rd chapter. If the trumpet is being blown in the city, then that city represents Jerusalem, the nation of Israel. If a trumpet is being blown in the city, then obviously it's signifying that there's something coming, or something is about to happen.
And show my people their transgression.
Show the nation of Israel their transgression. What does it mean to transgress? And what is being transgressed? The laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You have our people committing adultery, idolatry, sodomy. These are some examples of their transgressions in which they commit, which we have been commanded by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to let them know that they ought to be stopped doing. Crying aloud and sparing not. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, again, their side is judgment. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass is master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. According to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3.
The house of Jacob bears sin.
Right, in the house of Jacob there's sin. What is sin? 1 John chapter 3, verse 4 tells us that sin is transgression of the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's what we ought to be showing our people, so that they may feel sorrowful in a broken and a contrite heart, and return humbly back unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, repenting in fear and trembling. As it is written, know therefore the terror of the Lord will persuade men to do what? To stop committing sin. To stop committing iniquity, which is sin upon sin. Repent. But 2/3 have a problem with that. You have a problem being told that you are from the stock of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the greatest people of the planet Earth. Why do you have a problem with that? Huh?
It says verse 2, yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their power.
Right, and only the elect of the nation of Israel are delighting and do delight in the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and seek their ordinances, their laws. But we understand that being in this flesh, you won't be perfect. We sin daily. That's why we need to be transformed and delivered by our Lord Yahweh through His Son Yahushai, and receive those new bodies.
They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High.
Right, they take delight in approaching to the Most High, Yahweh, as a woman takes delight in approaching her husband, our Lord. And that's how the elect, which ultimately all Israel is likened unto a comely and delicate woman. But it begins with the elect of the nation of Israel, whom the Heavenly Father Yahweh had espoused unto our Lord Yahushai. A woman spiritually that is blameless, that is not corrupted through the Spirit, through the blood of Yahushai, after the grace of the Father Yahweh.
Ezekiel 7 chapter, when we go to the point, or start to stop? This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 12. It says, the time is come, the day draweth near, let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
So wrath is upon all the multitude. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 verse 7, the Lord has something in store for 2/3 of the nation of Israel. And that is called Jacob's trouble. Okay? And only the elect will be delivered from Jacob's trouble, according to Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. Okay.
It reads on to say, verse 13, for the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof. That's 7 and 13. What you looking for?
The one that spoke about
They're blowing the trumpet?
Proverb.
Oh, that's 14. Yeah. Ezekiel 14. Matter of fact, let me just read verse 14.
Okay.
It says, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth after the battle, or goeth to the battle, for my wrath is upon the multitude thereof. And then I'll go to 14, right? It says, let's see,
Proverbs in the land.
yeah.
Then because there's a proverb in Israel that days are prolonged and the effect of every vision faileth. You have Israelites that doubt the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that scoff and scorn and mock it. They don't believe in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua because they don't have faith. Oh, you guys are speaking about something that's going to happen 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Oh, the next generation. They say the days that we speak of are far off. Got it?
Yeah, that's the 12th chapter. Ezekiel chapter 12 and 21.
Yes.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth?
So to this day, this is a proverb in Israel. Israel represents the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which obviously have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, but predominantly we're all here in America, Babylon the Great, the land of our captivity. So there's a proverb amongst Israel which say what?
It says, verse 13, verse 12, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth.
Right, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth. So that's their sentiment, that's their mindset. That's not going to happen today or next year.
My lifetime.
In my lifetime. That's going to happen in 20 years from now. Next generation. Some believe it will never happen at all.
Real quick. Second Peter's.
Okay. Yeah, some believe that these prophecies will never happen. But that's why the Lord said, let not their incredulity trouble you. Their incredulity is unbelief. And for what if some did not believe?
2 Peter chapter 2 Peter chapter 3 verse, I'll start at 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
And we are in the last days. The last days began when our Lord Yahushua came on the scene 2,000 years ago. And we're in the latter days of the latter days. And in the last days, you're going to have scoffers and scorners, mockers, that delight in their scornings.
Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Where's the promise of his coming? Where is this Yahushua that you speak of? Where is he at? When is he going to come? And then you're going to have those that say, oh, well, he's not going to come in this lifetime. You have those Israelites out there that say that. Got it.
Where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
And because you see, at one point we were all spiritually asleep until the Lord woke us back up. Got it.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 23, it says, tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Right. So the Lord is going to make this proverb to cease. Proverb that they say that the end is not going to come. The Lord is going to make that proverb to cease by causing these prophecies to come to pass. You got it.
But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
Right. The days are at hand. And that's why we're crying aloud and sparing not. That's why we're lifting up our voice like trumpets to let you know that the days are at hand and the effect of every vision. Because a vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, which shall surely come to pass, it will not tarry. Going to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Okay?
This is let me finish up that last verse. It says, verse 24, for there shall be no more any vain vision.
Right, so their proverb that they speak, okay, they are vain imaginations, vanity. Go ahead.
Right. It says, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel.
So you have flattering divination within the house of Israel. Vain visions and flattering divinations. False prophets prophesying that there's going to be good times. I'm telling you that you'll never see Jacob's trouble. And all that madness. Those are flattering divinations and vain visions. You have women performing witchcraft. They're leaving the church and they're going to witchcraft. You can check it up too. Fact check it. And you'll see so-called black women, they're leaving the church and they're going into witchcraft. A lot more now so than ever. Yeah.
Verse 25 says, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I save the word, and will perform it, save the Lord Yahweh.
Right, so these prophecies will come to pass. The global mandation of the mark of the beast will come to pass. And then after that happens, the third world's woe will begin. That will come to pass. And the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai at the same time. Those prophecies will come to pass. Okay?
Yep. It says, Shalom, brother Yahweh Shabbat. Good. So reading on, it says, again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, there the house of Israel, saying, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come.
Yeah. The vision that he seeth, these prophets, are for many days to come. That's not going to happen in my lifetime. They're for many days to come. Got it.
Right. For many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, save the Lord power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right, so the words that are written within the scriptures, these prophecies, will come to pass because the Lord said so. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 11 tells us that the Lord, his words, when they go out, they shall not return unto him void, but they shall accomplish that which he pleases and prosper thereto he sends it. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the prophecies, huh?
Yep.
Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he, yeah, this is one of the prophecies that Most High spoke about that will come to pass and will not be prolonged. Foolishness. Esau at the end of the world, Jacob's beginning of it that follows. But before that is beginning of it that followeth comes, it has to come judgment, because wickedness has ruled all over the earth. All right, and everybody in this earth and everybody in this world has to be judged for their actions, for the sins and iniquities. Right? You see? So the process that is coming to pass, Esau being the end of the world, is great judgments. Before the Jacob, right? Before the Jacob, that's the beginning of their follower. there's got to be great judgments in the earth because wickedness has, like the scriptures say, has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Right? So part of that is Jacob's trouble in a major way. Well, who is Jacob? We've been telling you who Jacob is all along. Jacob is the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, according to the Bible. And according to history. Okay? So, what's coming along? What do you want, brother? Right? So, behold, excuse me, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So within the midst of Esau's rulership going down, the Lord has established a time of his people going into a great tribulation, a trouble that they have never been in before. Right? You had 70 AD, you had the transatlantic slave trade, you had all of these things that happened to you, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, but in what rulership? In the rulership of Esau. Right? So these things are going to come to pass upon you. Why? Because of your rebellion against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's why. Okay? So it's very imperative and very important that you take heed unto the words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But if you don't, this is what you're going to face. You're going to face the judgment of Jacob's trouble. You're going to face, all right, the ending of Esau's world upon you. You see? You will not be protected from it. These are the things that are coming back. These are the things that are not going to be prolonged. These are the things that has been scoffed at. You know, from the scoffers before and until now. Like they said in Peter, 2 Peter, it says, the last day shall come scoffers. That said, where is the promise of his coming? These things have been scoffed at, but you're about to experience it in real time. You so-called, you rebellious so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's Jacob's trouble. That's what it's talking about. And he's going to use this Edomite, this so-called white man, to do it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right. When we go into the scriptures, it says that all the sinners of my people shall be destroyed, destroyed by the sword, right? Shall die by the sword, but a remnant shall be left therein. That's who's going to be saved out of it. The remnant of Jacob that is not going to utterly be destroyed. All right? That which is the elect. This is what you want to be a part of in sincerity of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Other than that, you're going to face these judgments, man. Yeah. Here it is. We see the world events. We see where the world is leading into right now. Is leading into a digital world system of currency. You got different governments throughout the world. They're setting up, you know, they're setting up financial infrastructure, the water, financial infrastructure against this one, against this major one right here in America. Okay? So what's about to come? All right, a great testing. But before that, you're gonna have to go and you have to do what you gotta do. But when they establish and they implement that RFID microchip, you gotta know within yourself you're not gonna take that. Because that's the mark of the beast according to the Bible. That's the MOTB. See, the CBDC is going to be the conditioning of it all. Getting everything. Setting the stage, right? Getting everything in its proper order, in its proper place to roll it out internationally. But once they introduce that ultimatum of, okay, now we got to go into the RFID system, you not to participate. You got to have faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai when that thing comes. And whatever our fate is, whatever our lot is, that's what we got to, that's what we're going to have to deal with, man. Okay? But these are the times that we're coming in. It's not prolonged, man. These things are here. They're just now, it's just the process now. Right? You got something about it?
Yeah.
Bring it up.
This is I got two. You quoted one, and this is a precept. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 6. It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, save the Lord. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continuously."
Right, and that's America. That's Mystery Babylon the Great. Abominations of the earth, mother of harlots, man. This place has promoted nothing but wickedness throughout the earth. It has over 200 and some odd military bases throughout the earth. Wickedness has spread itself thin. Right?
Yeah.
But see, this is the revival of the ancient Roman Empire, which is that beast that will come back into rulership when its deadly wound was healed.
Yeah.
NATO and the EU, we've been telling you these things for years. If you've been paying attention, you understand. But if you haven't been, you're going to be caught out there. You're not going to understand what's really going on. The wickedness that we're talking about is under the rulership of Esau, Edom. The 7 heads and the 10 horns. 7 heads being the NATO nations, the 10 horns being the European nations, European Union nations, okay? Originally they were 7 and 10, but now modernly they have changed to be 20 some odd plus in the European Union. But these are the same people that the Lord, that this prophecy speak of, okay? So this is the wickedness that has been going on ever since they've been back in rulership. You got, what do you got? You got transgenderism running rampant, and it's in your school systems now. Now they're teaching your little boys and girls that it's okay to not know what a male and a female is. You can change your gender from what you are. And these little kids, they don't know they're right from left, man. Yeah, they're teaching them all of this madness, all of this confusion. That's like the root of it right there. That's the root of it. All right, you teaching to go against nature. You teaching to go against nature itself. You've already lost. Right? So this is the wickedness is great, like the scriptures say. The wickedness is great of this so-called white man, the Edomites in the earth, man. Okay? And the Lord's not holding his tongue. That's why he got the elder apostles and us brothers and the brothers all throughout the world preaching his gospel. Yeah, no, go ahead, huh?
I didn't know that's pedophilia. No wonder they had NAMBLA around for so long, because they always had, a plan in store to normalize pedophilia. And NAMBLA, what is that? National Man and Boy,
North America
Man and Boy Lovers Association.
North America.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3.
Yeah.
And just to verse 13, it says, "Put ye in the sickle."
Put ye in the sickle. What is the Lord saying? Put you in the sickle. A sickle is a farming tool that threshes. It rips apart all of that, all those weeds and all that stuff, so you can get your furrows right, and you can start to plow, all right, and grow your crop. Well, that's what these other nations are, all right. These other nations are like that field that the Lord is going to set the sickle in and start to thresh, man. All right? You see? Put ye in the sickle, right? Go ahead.
Right. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
The harvest is ripe. See, we dealing with plowing the field. We're dealing with the field being, grown with crops and whatnot. Well, the Most High mustered the host of the battle. All right, so He's bringing these nations, all right, to the places that they are going to be to fight the battle.
Shalom, bro.
All right, the Lord is setting up the stage. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
The Lord is setting the stage, man. All right, for these things to come to pass. Hey, the Euphrates River is pretty much dried up, bro. And what we know in the prophecy is that it's to bring the kings of the east so they can go into that land. So it can be a dry land so they can just go up in there, man. They won't have no impediment to bring to pass this judgment of Yahweh Shaphat. Right? So put ye in the sickle and what?
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
For the harvest is ripe. The harvest is dealing with these other nations. These other nations are being gathered. It's not dealing with the believers and whatnot. It's dealing with war. The Lord's setting up war. He's mustering the host of the battle in this context. That's what the North Koreans are doing. That's what the Iranians are doing. That's what the who else is out there, brother?
Middle East?
Yeah.
You got all the nations. Syria.
Right. Saudi Arabia, right. North Korea said them, right? You see? Yeah.
Said
Iran, yep. See? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is quick precept, Matthew 13 and 39.
Right.
The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels.
Go ahead.
Revelation 7. That's what you're going to? Yeah, Revelation 7. I read this again. I read this one more time. The book of Joel 3 and 13 again. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
All right. See, it's dealing with the rulership that is at hand. The rulership that is present. It's dealing with the Edomites. All right, these other nations that got joint airship with them. Yep. Building up their military, building up their thing. All right? To bring about what? To bring about the judgment that's written. The judgment that's written is what? Armageddon. Armageddon. In the Hebrew, Har-Magadwan. Mountain of the truth. Right? You're going to have the Iranian army. You're going to have the North Korean army. You're going to have the Chinese army. The Russian army. Okay?
BRICS, USSR,
Water.
in the back.
Right. The BRICS, right? Armies, which they include Brazil, Russia, India,
China,
and South Africa. And more. They got what, like 24, right?
They got
like 24.
But they ain't gonna change the acronym, but
exactly.
So you get an idea. Those are the main ones. The main, what is it? 5, BRIC, 5 of them. Main 5.
See? Hey, that's what the Most High is preparing on the earth. The Most High is preparing war, brothers. War. And when war happens, it's going down.
That's right.
People are going to die. People are going to starve. People are going to get judged, bro.
That's right. If I may add, bro, we seen there was another bank collapse. I know y'all, bro, you did a video on that. What was it? It was a Republic Bank, something Republic Bank, but yeah, JP Morgan bought them out. Which, like we've been saying, that big bank, little bank, big fish, little fish. That's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be just like everything else. All these corporate companies, little simple things that you wouldn't even imagine. Kellogg's, Kraft's, and all these stuff. They're owned by one corporation. I believe it says like 6 major companies that own all these minor offshoots of these different establishments, and the banks are going to do the same thing. You're going to have major banks all tied into one system, which is going to be the CBDC system, which everybody's going to be part of eventually, you know, before the dollar crashes and even after. And then eventually you're going to have what we call the MOTB, which the scriptures call the mark of the beast. All right, that's how we know that we at that time, bro, because at the same time, you got these nations gearing up for war. You got World War III brewing in the background, nations joining nations, coming against America, and then the financial strongholds of Babylon is collapsing, bro. It's literally collapsing before our eyes, man. That's so beautiful, man. And then, you know, and then on top of that, I shared a post. They now coming out and saying what we've been saying, that anybody that shot the J, some of the side effects is blood clots, heart attacks, and sudden deaths.
Yeah, I saw that.
Straight up, they telling you that now, man. Why are they telling you now? Because mission accomplished. Hey, like we just read, the harvest is ripe. So the Lord, the angels are the reapers, and like you brought out the analogy, the plowing, the sowing. Matter of fact, I got this too, Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now, for these people that have sold wickedness into the earth, their daily lives is based upon wickedness. I'm gonna do as thou wilt. YOLO, I only live once. I'm gonna be the most wickedest nigga I could be because I only live once. That's a nigga's mentality. Instead of being right, trying to do right. If you only live once, why not try to be right? But niggas' mentality is I only live once, so let me just be wicked. Show you that's the mentality of the rules of the earth. The scriptures say that in the Apocrypha, as is the king, so is his people. You see? So the Lord got to level this place along with the 2/3, door hand, joining hand, the wicked should not be unpunished. And when the angels come and reap, because reaping is like the final part of the whole process. You know what I'm saying? When you cut down on everything that's ripe and you ready to, you know, take it. You ready to take it. And the corn, like the husk of the corn, you burn that. You know? The threshing floor. You know, you beat out the chaff, the wind take it away and burn it up. The fire burn it up. And that's gonna be these people. You know? But you guys want to say something? Yes.
I was just going to say that director of the CDC died.
Oh, did he? Look at that.
Died.
Director of the CDC retired.
Out of nowhere, too. Well, shortly after they declared COVID as not being an emergency.
But you know what is it? I believe they're gonna hand all that power over to the WHO anyway.
Yeah.
The WHO.
Yeah.
But really,
Well, actually, no, I think it was a director, not a CDC. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, you can fact check it. Fact check it. Either way, it's the same. You know what I'm
In case
saying?
y'all don't know, the CDC is the Central Center for Disease Control, and the WHO is the World Health Organization.
All the same shit. Same people, same group of Edomites. You know? Eventually something's gonna go down where they're gonna declare martial law, wherein you have the military who's gonna take control. And that ties into what you quoted or what you brought out. Jeremiah the 30th chapter. It's gonna be a time of Jacob's trouble.
It's actually a CDC director.
Okay, CDC director. So you had it right. That's that lady?
Yep.
Yeah, that witch.
What's her name?
Rochelle Walensky.
There you
Step
go.
down. Wall Street Journal.
There you go.
Also from NBC.
Wonder why. You know, and most of these Edomites, they run into the bunkers. Or prepping them bunkers, you know what I'm saying? For that time.
She made her money, so she's out.
Yeah. So let me finish this up. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall the flesh, it's like it. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Right, which is pretty much the results of living in wickedness. As a result of living in wickedness. The flesh, the carnal, being carnal.
The flesh is desperately wicked.
The flesh is desperately wicked. The heart is desperately wicked. Right? So this is what the Most High is bringing due to the world. All right, in their mindset of being carnal is, man. This is what the Lord is bringing. He's bringing the judgment. He's bringing everything that people have done and have been doing and have been so accustomed to for centuries and generations, right? This is what the Lord is bringing. The Lord is bringing the judgment now. You see? The Lord has cultivated the earth. He's cultivated the world with people that have not followed his ways, right? That have despised his ways, that have been disobedient, that have seen the ways of the flesh more profitable than the ways of the true spirit of him. Right? So there's a judgment for that. You can't just be on this earth and do whatever the hell you want to do. There's a judgment for that. What's an example? You see the flood. The Lord brought the flood upon the whole earth. Why? Because he said he saw that man's heart was only evil continually. So these are the things that has been forwarded in the earth and that has been pretty much continuing up until this time that we see right now. See, you had the Israelites go away and astray from the law, statutes, and commandments of their God, and now they're in subjection under their enemies and the other nations. They're scattered because of the curses. So this is what's going to come to pass. Okay? Read.
So it says, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life.
And we're sowing to the Spirit because we rely on what? The words that Yahweh B'Shem Shai has put in this book, the Bible. And we are rehearsing the righteous acts according to the best of our ability through the grace and power of the Lord, man. So we're looking to be set aside, protected, preserved from that judgment when the Lord brings that floodgate of judgment. Because as a wave is to a drop, so is going to be those that are judged by the Lord. Like a wave, a tsunami wave, compared to a drop of water, we're trying to be in that drop block. Right. You know, because the Lord's going to bring the judgment like a wave. It's going to take people out by one fell swoop. Very violently, right? Go ahead, huh?
Right. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and I'll start at 1.
Yeah.
But of the times and season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh B'Shem Shai,
who knows perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night? Right, the believers. It doesn't include your Sunday pastor and your preacher. It don't include your Catholic priests or whatever kind of denomination you find yourself being in. All right, as a Christian, because guess what? That's all paganism. That has nothing to do with the Most High and His Son. It's all Renaissance garbage that you've been fed and to keep you dumbed down from the true and living power of the Bible, man. You see? The true believers in Yahweh B'Shem Shai know that the day of the Lord cometh like a thief in the night. You see? That's who, man. Because you go throughout these churches, they ain't teaching you the Bible. What they teaching you is they teach you how to be emotional, man. And saying God loves everybody and leaning on your emotions, man. Not on the word of the Heavenly Father, but on your emotions, man. And what has your emotions gotten you, man? What is your true history? Regardless of your emotions, what happened to your people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man? What happened to you? How did you end up in chattel slavery? Can you answer that? They won't tell you because they have a thing called a slave Bible. Do you know that? They pretty much is carrying on the tradition of the slave Bible, man. The Christian churches out there. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Yeah, who's the world?
Servants, obey your master.
Yeah,
those type of
servants,
scriptures.
obey your masters. You know? Not having the understanding. Right, brother? So we dealing with the wickedness of the world. And the Christian church has done nothing against the wickedness of the world. In fact, they say, hey, You can eat what you can eat pork, shrimp, crab, you eat all of that. God. It's about what God has cleansed, brother.
God don't love the sinner. God don't hate the sinner.
God don't
He
hate
hates the sin.
He hates the sin.
That Farrakhan spirit, you know, they talk about.
Yeah, brother. That's all. This is all wickedness, man. You see? You know? We talking about the true power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And he's a what? He's a strict and austere power, man. You see?
Yeah.
He's a racist power, if you will. See, because we brought this up, I want to make a point. See, we're racist in righteousness. See, because we understand that there's Israelites that look like so-called white people. We go by according to the spirit. We're not basing our doctrine off of color, bro. Right? That's being a racist and wickedness, man. Because you look like this, you're an Israelite, you're not. We're not basing it off of that, bro.
That's good.
So yeah, we're racist, but we're racist in righteousness. You see, you got these Edomites, they out here racist in wickedness, man. Just because you look a certain way, they base it off of that right there. Just because you look a certain way. No, we basing it off the spirit. How about that one? So yeah, we're the Most High is racist, but he's a righteous racist. Because he's for his people. According to his promises that he gave unto his people, man. Regardless if they look like so-called black people or they don't, because he scattered them anywhere. See? So yeah, we are racist. We are righteous racists, man. But you Edomites, you're wicked racists. Because you base everything off of color. How somebody look. So chew on that one.
Yeah, the word race from Latin, raza, which means lineage, family. So, of course, we're for our own lineage. Of course, we're for our own people, as they are for theirs.
Right.
So, guess what? We hate you, Edomites. I got a quick precept. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It says, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children.
There's a word in there that you gotta pay attention to. It said the spirit. You can't see the spirit. For example, you see the wind blow, you can't see it, but it's there. So we know the spirit of Israel, right? We know the spirit of Israel because Israel is peculiar. We know our people. We're familiar with how our people are, man. So if you see a so-called white person or a so-called Chinese person or a so-called person of another nation, and they move just like how we move, they talk how we talk, they have some very similar to what we have. It's like, hold up, that has to be one of the Israelites that was scattered, man. The spirit, because we see how a Hamite operates, how an Edomite operates, an Ishmaelite, a Moabite. We see they have a particular spirit about them. Okay, so we dealing with the spirit here.
This is 1 Peter 2:9 in the American, the ASV. Well, there, I don't know if that's it. But it says, but ye are an elect race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people of God's own possession.
What scripture is that?
This is 1 Peter 2:9.
1 Peter 2:9. You gotta find out what ASV.
Yeah.
I think it is American Standard.
American. Oh, that's it.
American Standard Version.
This is This is 1 Peter 2:9. It says, "But ye are an elect race." So you be in your right state of mind to be racist. A royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for God's own possession. that ye may show forth the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So again, everybody's supposed to be racist. And the reality is, everybody is racist. Only here in America, where they try to hit you with that delusion of we're all one. Man, everybody remembers when we was in school, they talked about the melting pot. What was the melting pot talking about? How all nations are coming into America and working together. But it's not supposed to be like that. Because what happened with the Tower of Babel? They all want to come together and be of one language. They all want to come together and be of one language to be wicked. You see what I'm saying? They all want to come together to be one to be wicked. Hey, let's go to Psalms 2 and Psalms 83. Psalms 2 and Psalms 83 got all these other heathens coming together. All right? But what, to come against the what? That chosen race, that elect race of God, which is possession, which are the Israelites. And they're mad about it. They're mad that the so-called Negroes, they're mad that the so-called West Indians, Haitians, okay, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Native Americans, Native Indians, are what God's own possession. And so what they came together, right, to despite with their wicked devices to what? To plan our demise, man. But it's the scriptures say different. You see, and they're all gonna pay. This is why they all gonna go to slavery. That's why Christianity is the most dangerous thing on the planet of the earth, man. Okay, because the one book, right, that this is the most read book and the most book in the world, these people are messing it up, and the Lord is using his people from his race, right, to bring about the truth, man.
That's right, brother. That was it on it?
You want to go to the other?
Oh, good, because it's the truth, man. Read that again.
Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right. And who are the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? The Israelites, man. All right? The Israelites. Okay? Yes, primarily the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, but those that were also scattered, that's under that sea line too. The Lord made Israel like the what? The sands of the sea. All right? And the stars of heaven that cannot be numbered. Okay? So the Israelites are the most populous nation on the face of the earth, according to the promise of the Most High. Right? So when we see Jakes that are amongst Africans and Chinese and Japanese and Filipinos and this nation and that nation, it's not something that's a big deal. The Lord gave us the understanding that there will be Israelites among all nations. He scattered Israel, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's not a color thing. All right? It's not. It's not about color, man. It's not about how you look per se. Okay? And that's what we understand. And that's where these damn Edomites, that's where they're caught up. That's where they can't really fight. They can't really fight against the truth. All right? Because we understand that there's going to be Israelites that look like so-called white people, that look like so-called Chinese people, that look like so-called African people, and all of the other nations, man. You got Israelites out there in the Filipinos, in the Philippines, right? I mean, come on, man.
I was just watching a Jake. I think he's from the Philippines, and he had a dream of seeing Yahweh's face. I don't know if I'm going to.
Yeah. He said he
looked
was
like
Gad, right? He said he was
Well, he was
Gad.
Gad.
Yeah,
But
he looked like a sort of Chinese.
He looked like a Chinese person. You know, so
It's a spirit that you emphasize that everything is of the spirit. Because scripture says that things that are spiritual are not able to be discerned by the natural man. These Christians, they're natural. They're not spiritual, so of course they won't understand the mystery of the Gentiles. Of course they won't understand it's not about color. So we know it says, and if children, then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach Yahushai, so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon,
that's heavy how it says that we may suffer with him. because we're supposed to suffer this thing, man.
Yeah.
That's if you're receiving, any type of, if you're getting $20,000 a day, you know what I'm saying, making over 100, you're not suffering in hell, man. You're not suffering in Babylon. All right. Let's go into that word suffer real quick. Because I was meditating on it. Yahweh Shai came in the ashes cult, man. Yahweh Shai could have been glorified. That's why he made everything. Yahweh Shai made all the elements.
Yeah.
He made gold. He made everything, man. But yet, it's still when you go to Philippians, it said, but it behooved the Lord. No, but it says, I gotta get it. But it says that it behooved the Lord to come down as man's flesh. And then when you go to Corinthians, I think say Corinthians maybe like 15. I gotta find it. But it basically says that the Lord became poor like his people, man, to show humility. Because right now we're in a state of being humble. And that's the state Yahushua was in his first coming. He was in a state of humility, in a state of teaching and learning. And then I was building upon that scripture. I was like, hold up. I peeped by the Lord came. So, I mean, it makes sense to be humble, but let's say the Lord came with all the riches and all the glory and everything else. People ain't gonna be listening to the word he was saying. They could be listening to, oh my gosh, he's a great man because of the outfit he's wearing. Just like it says in the Apocrypha, it says, when a rich man talketh, everybody listens. But when the poor man speaks, like, who the fuck is this guy? And that's why Yahweh Shai came so humble. You know?
I got the word suffer. This is suffer from the Hebrew letter, Strong G 48, 41. Reads to suffer or feel pain together, to suffer evils, trouble, persecutions, in like manner with another.
And that's what we all gonna go through. That's why the Lord's building us up now. We all get ready to be persecuted, man. All right? When you heard that Edomite, well, I don't know, he could be, I think it's a Jake, matter of fact. When he was like with the Tucker Carlson. Matter of fact, I think Gavar did a video on it. Basically the guy was talking about, oh, now they're really coming at the African Israelites, blah, blah, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Because they're getting ready to do something. Believe it or not, that's prophecy. All right? They're getting ready to come after every man of the Lord that's fighting against the government. So what sense does it make to enjoy yourself here, right? To soften yourself up. And then when they come in like a flood, you not fold now. Because you wasn't preparing yourself spiritually, physically. All right? This is why the Lord is building us up now, building the brotherhood, been building up the brotherhood. To prepare some persecution. Because the servant isn't greater than his master. Yahushua got persecuted. Yahushua said, listen, if they hate you, remember they hated me first. All these scriptures are gonna pop them out, because guess what? We are spiritually bringing down Babylon. All these prophecies are coming to pass. Why? Because of the prophets, man, the prophets of the Lord. You see?
That's
so
right.
they gotta come and do what they gotta do. My bad, brother.
You quoted that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Because Yahushua said that. He said John 7, and I'll go to the point. Verse 5 says, for neither did his brethren believe in him. Then Yahushua said unto them, my time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil.
Yeah, so we know that what? The world hated Yahushua for no reason, man. Why? Yahushua was speaking the truth. And Yahushua, our Lord and Savior, our big brother, is coming back very soon. What's going to happen is, listen, because he's fighting for me, and because you're speaking the words that my Father gave me, which I'm going to give to you, you're now a prey. Okay, you're not an enemy, and the world's going to hate you for what you're doing. But remember, hated me first. So you got to look at Yahushua and examples of what happened to Yahushua. Look at the examples that happened to the disciples. The disciples go off in glory?
Nope.
The disciples died horrible deaths, man. Even when they want to go back to that dude, Simeon, we don't know how much is old, I believe it's true, whatever. But Simeon Toko, look how, when he had the truth in him, look what these devils were doing to him. Like when they found he had some type of power, they were trying to melt him, they were trying to take his heart. These devils are not for this truth, man. All right? And when you read Wisdom of Solomon 2, it says that they're going to see if the Lord really is with us. They're going to see if we really the Son of God by what torture. So these are the things we got to be prepared for, man. We're not here to enjoy from the battle. Like, yes, the Lord gives us things. It's an even balance. What did David say? Give me my daily bread. Don't make it too poor, don't make it too rich. I just want to be good. Certain brothers got more than other brothers. You don't know the situation. embracing it. But guess what? We all know, first and foremost, what we're here for, man. Okay, we're here to get persecuted. We're not here to get glory. We're here to receive whatever Esau got for us, man. All right? Some of us are going to get our heads cut off. Not everybody's going to see spiritual power. Yeah. Look at that ability. They say, and that's it.
Hey, look at Yahushua, for example. I got another precept for you too. This is John 17. But look at Yahushua. He got put on the cross, but that was to glorify Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? That really glorified the Most High Yahweh, man. The scripture said it pleased the Most High to bruise him. You see that? So it pleased Yahweh, the Most High, the creator of everything as we know it, who gave the blueprint to the man who did it, Yahushua. But it pleased the Father to bruise Yahushua, bro. So that it pleases Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua to bruise us. See, that's why Paul said that that he glorifies in his infirmity. You know, Paul glorified in his infirmity because he know the bigger picture, like us. It ain't easier said than done, right?
Yeah, man.
The scriptures say no present affliction seemeth joyous at that moment. It don't. But then after you get out that fire for that moment, you shine a little bit, and then you leveled up. You see why the Lord put you through that, and now you're ready for the next level. You see, so it pleases the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, to afflict us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a testimony of how much we actually believe, and that's honorable in the sight of the Heavenly Father. And real quick, this is John 17 and verse 4, showing you that this is Yahushua's mentality. When you read up, he's praying to the Father. It says, verse 4, I have glorified thee on earth. I finished the work which thou gavest me to do. Like you mentioned, Yahushua didn't come on a high horse. He came humble. It's because it wasn't his time to be glorified, man. Right. Just like it's not our time to be glorified yet, bro. Right. But are we going to be glorified if we maintain to the end? Yes, we will. I can't say we're going to be, yeah, brothers, we're going to be all going to be, eventually all Israelites are going to be glorified in the kingdom, but on this side, right, the elect will be glorified on this side before Yahushua come back and destroy this place. Right. You see? So what we doing is glorifying Yahushua in the name of the Father, or we glorifying the Most High in the name of Yahushua. This is his thing. It's his work. We ain't glorifying ourselves, bro, at all. And it's a scary thing to receive, like Apostle Gabar did the video, all them accolades and glories and you know, men bowing down and praising you and all that. That's off, bro. Women crying, you know, whatever. Well, we know how women are. They groupies. That's what they do. Like when King David came marching in, they was all cheerleading and all that. That's just what they do. But you see, but when men start doing it and start putting you up on a pedestal like you, Yahushua, you're going up. You're going up.
Speeches on how great you are. That's
a scary thing, bro. You know, look at Moses, man. When he got fed up with Israel, and then when he smote the rock and the water came out, I believe that was when he didn't give glory to the Most High. That was the instance where he didn't give glory to the Heavenly Father. You know, he was so tired of Israel, man. Listen, hey, bump. You know. But point is that all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And we don't just say that to say it. It's not a catchphrase. It's not an intro. We really mean it. And then we proceed without lessening our street speak. Lord is a jealous power, man. You know, our time has not yet come either. So if brothers do, like you mentioned, get beheaded, get it. Revelation 20. It's all going to be to glorify Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And guess what? The Lord is going to put the spirit in you to deal with it. That's the amazing part about it, man. It's not like how we think, like we may think like carnal men, you know what I mean? Because we in the flesh. But when time, like it says in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, that's when these basic scriptures and milk is going to mean the most. That's when it's really going to show and prove if what you've been saying, you really believe in it or not. The Lord, listen, they put me in camp, have my conversation with the Lord. I'm not saying, well, I'm going to say, but I'm just saying, like, give an example. Lord, you said it's going to happen. You said if I maintain to the end, that you got me, so it's all in your hand now. That's the mentality you got to have, man. I mean, some guys going to get nervous. I can't say I'm not. I don't know. But I hope the Lord keep me from the out temptation, keep me grounded, you know, stay, you know, unmovable, faithful to the very end. Because at that point, the Lord is going to put it in you to take whatever comes your way, man. So let me
I got the Revelation 20.
let me finish this first. John 17 and 4. I've glorified thee on earth. I've finished the work which thou gavest me to do. That's the key thing. Yahweh Shah finished the work, man. Like when he gave us the last breath, that's what he said. It is done. It is finished. You know what I'm saying? That was his last words. And then that was the opening to Israel, the Israelite foreigners, the mystery of the kingdom, the mystery of the Gentiles, you know, the spreading of the gospel, and then the falling away had to happen. And then, you know, Yahweh Shah being with us in the spirit, all of that had to happen. Yahweh Shah had to go up into the heavens, lose the 7 seals, which is the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, is truth, and have it come down on this earth for us to do this. How else was we going to prophesy against Esau's kingdom? The scriptures tell you that. Then shall the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. How else was that going to happen unless we didn't get the truth? You know, so we had to get the truth. And what we doing is glorifying Yahweh Shah so that when he come back, it's like, yo, that's the man we was telling you about. Right. We ain't gonna have to say that because everybody's gonna know. The scripture said all nations and tongues and kindreds shall wail because of him. Everybody's gonna know who he is, but at least within ourselves, we're like, yup, that's the man, you know what I mean? He told you. You know what I'm saying? And at least we feel a sense of confidence and guilt-free. Like a sigh of relief, like we did what we had to do. Fulfillment, bro. Like you fulfilled your course.
Right.
Like, yo, I held fast on my belief, and now it is finally done. I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta suffer no more. You know what I mean?
No
I don't got
conscience.
Huh?
Not doing the work.
No guilty conscience. Everything is gonna change from that point, man. You know, when the Lord cracked them skies, everything is gonna change from that point, bro. You know, so that's the point of us out here, like the scriptures say, is our reasonable service at the end of the day. We love it. What else we gonna do?
What we gonna do, bro?
What else we gonna do? Like the Lord said to the disciples on John 6 and 66. He's like, are you gonna leave too? And it was like, where else we gonna go? You know?
You got the words of eternal.
Exactly, bro. Matter of fact, get that, bro. John 6 chapter around 64.
I was listening to that this week.
And I was meditating on that
John
today.
6.
Yo, that's heavy spirit. That's heavy.
Yeah, bro. Because that's a fact, bro. What else we gonna do? What else you gonna do, bro? There's absolutely nothing else to do. You got it? Yeah. Start at, get it. Start at get it.
St. John chapter 6, verse 64. And there are some of you that believe not, for Yahweh Shai knew from the beginning who they were that believed not.
So the Lord already know who's his and who's not. You know? So when the Lord prayed in John 17, when he prayed for the disciples and then for those that were going to believe after the disciples, he prayed for the entire elect. So go ahead.
And who shall betray him? And he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me, except it were given unto him of my Father.
So that means what? Predestination. That means since the foundation of the earth. That's why us that's here, we at some point in history, we knew this. At some point in history, we was doing this. And the main thing is that we are those guys that were going to continue to the end. Whether it's death, because either way it was death. Either you got martyred or you just died of old age and died. Because we in another lifetime, right? Another carnation. You see? So either way, the scriptures say that the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So go ahead.
It says, and he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father Yahweh.
Right.
From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
So he had some disciples that turned back around because they got offended when he said that eat his flesh and drink his blood, which is symbolic. You know, it was symbolic that Yahweh Shah was going to be the sacrifice. All right, he was going to be the sacrifice. He is the bread of life. He is the living water. You know, the wine represents his truth. You know, that's why on the Sabbath, on the Passover, we keep that. Do that. We keep the Lord's Passover where we break bread, eat it, and we drink it at wine. You see? Now in the ancient world, during the time of Exodus, you just kept the Passover regular. You just kept the Passover regular. You did, because when you read Exodus, it's going to tell you about that. It'll tell you about the unleavened bread, but the wine, it don't mention about the wine. You know, but Yahweh Shah became the Passover. So go ahead.
Then said Yahweh Shai unto the 12, will ye also go away?
Right, so the rest of the 12, the main 12, the Lord was like, you gonna leave too? Because these disciples got offended. What about y'all? Go ahead.
It says, verse 68, then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go?
Right.
thou hast the words of eternal life.
Right. So Peter, the head apostle, was like, the head disciple was like, where we gonna go? You got the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got the truth, my Lord. Where we gonna go? In other words, there ain't nowhere to go. In other words, we ain't going nowhere. You know, and now that's the spirit that all the men of the Lord should have, man. Everybody that believe in this truth should have that spirit. Where the hell else we gonna go?
Right.
Because we still got, hey, no matter what, scriptures say that in what is it, Romans? So what if something did not believe? Yeah, get that real quick. Third chapter, 3 and 3. So what don't believe, man? Because the disciples, the other, the rest, they didn't believe no more. But guess what? The prophecy still came to pass. Yahushua still was son of man. Yahushua still went on the cross. 70 AD still happened. Right?
Yeah.
So what? They didn't believe, but the prophecy still happened. Yeah, bro.
This is Romans 3 and 3.
And I bet you at that point they felt stupid. Right?
Yeah.
They felt stupid. They was like, damn, Rabbi did talk about this. You know, the master did talk about this. Now look at us. Yeah, bro.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For
Get
what
that apart.
if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Right. So what if some don't believe? You know, if somebody don't believe, you talking to somebody that don't want to get it. You know what? So what? If you don't believe in what we saying, if you don't believe America is going to be destroyed according to the Bible, if you don't believe the Lord is a so-called black man, if you don't believe the MOTV, the mark of the beast, is the RFID chip, if you don't believe what we telling you through biblical prophecy, so what? You know why? So what? Because it's still going to happen, and at the end of the day, all is going to believe. Everybody's going to believe, and it's not going to be belief anymore because believing is hoping. Hoping is believing. Hebrews 11 chapter. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So seeing is not believing because once you see it, it's evident. It's tangible. It don't take belief and faith no more. You see? So we are presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, believing, so when the Lord comes, he find faith on the earth. He find faith within this circle right here so that he can say, you kept my word. You believed on me when the world did not. So now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you mercy while I deal righteously or rightfully with judgment with those that did not believe. So, go ahead. Let's read Romans 3.
It says, so, Romans 3 and 4, Most High forbid, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
So let the word of the Bible be true. Let the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, be true, but let every man be a liar. So if you oppose to what the scriptures are saying, what the prophecies are saying, then you're a liar at the end of the day. All right? What does it mean let the Most High be true and every man a liar? If I said it's 450, I'm telling you the truth. The lies is talking about if you're saying anything contrary to the scriptures. So let the word of the Most High be true, which is the prophecy. The words of the book, blessed is he that believeth, was that Revelation the 22nd chapter? And believeth the prophecies are the words of this book. So blessed is that man and individual who believe the prophecies of this book, because that's going to be your stability in the times when calamity takes place on this earth, which it is. All right, in case nobody told you, the world is changing, but you see it's changing and people are sleeping. So when that alarm clock go off and the slumber time is over, people gonna wonder where the hell this shit came from. They're gonna be panicking. That's what's gonna cause this world to break into a chaotic state, because nobody expected it to happen, and that's why scriptures say wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the stability of time, because we actually anticipate this thing to happen. The scriptures talk about blessed is the man that watcheth at my gates, right? So the men of the Lord are gonna be blessed because we are waiting for this thing to happen. So when it does happen, we ain't gonna be tripping, but we're gonna be giving glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So finish that up.
Yep. It says, and it is written that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings,
Right.
and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Right, so thou might be justified in our saying. How are we being justified? By teaching the word of the Lord. Revelation 19, the testimony of Yahushua is a spirit of prophecy. All right, so prophecy is the main thing on the table. You know, we are in the time of prophecy. There's never been a time where it wasn't a prophetic time. You know? There's never been a time where it was never a prophetic time. And now more so than ever, we at the end of this man's kingdom. All right? Beautiful precept. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. That the brother just put on the comment board, man. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. But Yahushua is going to be our strength in that day. All right, so that was it, right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach, chapter 2, verse 14.
says, woe unto you that have lost patience. Woe unto you that have lost patience. What is that talking about? Get Luke 9:62 real quick. You see? Because the main thing is to have patience. Many are called, but few are chosen. Right? Now, a lot of people have been called into this thing, but very few is to be chosen. Like the other brother Yazian brought up, the drop of the bucket. Now imagine, not even a drop of a bucket, a drop of a wave. I'm sorry, because that's even bigger than a bucket. So an old wave coming in crack, hitting the seashore. Out of all of that, just a little droplet is gonna be saved, man. What does that tell you? That the Lord is gonna kill a lot of people. You know? It just sounds like words. It just sounds like, yeah, you guys been saying it. Since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as it were. Yeah, all right, joke's gonna be on you. Exactly. The scriptures tell you that just as in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. What were they doing? Eating, drinking, marrying, giving it to marriage, until the flood came and took them all away. So we in the days of Noah all over again. So I told you that in 2 Peter that this heaven and this earth is reserved for what? Fire. You see? And the chariot is going to be the ark. Yahushua is coming. Yahushua got the ark. He's coming with the ark. And everybody that's going to be saved is going to get beamed up into Yahushua's ark, which is the chariot, which is the ship, the Father's ship, man. Scripture said, we shall meet the Lord together in the air. You know what I'm saying? So, again.
Woe, Sirach 2 verse 14, woe unto you that have lost patience. What will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
Right, so woe unto you that have lost patience, and what shall you do when the Lord shall visit you? What you going to do in the visitation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? You know? You lost patience. Matter of fact, you was the same ones like John the 6th chapter. Some of the disciples walked away, they got offended, so they lost patience. So woe unto them, woe unto you that have lost patience. What will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Matter of fact, like Apostle always say, a lot of them guys, if not all that took the lost patience, they gonna end up getting a sea hip. Because the Most High, you take the sea hip, you get the missile. No ifs, ands, or buts. Revelation 14 tell you that those that are going to get the missile, or those that do take the sea hip, are going to die by the missiles. You know? So hey, it's a dreadful thing, scary thing, terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. That was the point, or there's more? Get it, bro. Yeah.
It's St. John chapter 6, verse 68. Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life, and we believe and are sure that thou art that Hamashiach, Yahushua, the Son of the living power, Yahweh.
What is it? 1 Peter 1:19. More sure word of prophecy.
He's on the same.
Read that verse again.
Okay. It says, and we believe and are sure that thou art that Hamashiach, Yahushua, the Son of the living power, Yahweh. Yahushua answered them, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? He spake of Judas Iscariot.
So read it again when they said he's sure.
Okay. It says, St. John chapter 6, verse 69. And we believe and are sure.
Right, we believe and are sure. Alright? Matter of fact, the scriptures say about who taught you, be sure of it. Man, how would go, man? It slipped my mind real quick. Yeah.
That's the apostle.
Know whom thou taught you and you're sure of it. It slipped my mind, like I got it all scrambled right now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But in other words, about hold fast that which thou hast learned.
Yeah.
Get that real quick.
Hold fast what thou hast learned.
Yeah.
I know whom
Yeah. Yup. Get that right there. So scrambled up. I got the words all scrambled together. You can read 2 Peter 1:19.
This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy.
Right, so we have a more sure word of prophecy. Like Apostle Peter said, the disciple said, that we are sure. We believe and we are sure. So our belief is to the point that we're sure of this thing. All right? We have a more sure word of prophecy. Prophecy is on the table. What is it? 2 Timothy. Yeah, that's it right there. Read that.
Okay. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 14 it says, but continue thou
That's
in the
it.
things which thou hast learned.
Right, continue in the things which thou hast learned. All right, we know what we learned, and we know who we learned it from. All right, which came from the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, to the apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us what we telling you since day one. All right, exactly how we telling you is how they taught us. You know, the doctrine ain't never changed. You know, Jacob's Trouble was the same back in '08. That like we telling you, like I'm telling you right now. The MOTB, the in-depth breakdown of these scriptures and prophecies in which whom we learned it from, we are teaching you. So read that.
It says 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 14, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of.
Assured of, meaning to be sure. All right, because we sure this, right?
Yeah.
Where else we gonna go? What else? What else is the truth besides this?
Exactly.
There's no other truth besides this. You're gonna stop doing the work, go back into the world, and then what? And then what? See, the Most High could zap you like that. Yahweh sent an angel to zap you. Like how we sent the angel to open your mind to understand this thing. He could do the reverse.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing. Because there's men out there that really don't think America's gonna be destroyed. America's gonna be destroyed anymore, man. After all they learned, somehow they could just go back into the world. Nothing's gonna happen.
Guys are gonna be immortal again, dying.
You
on
got
got-
man.
Yo, to hell with them guys, man. They tried and fried. They got tried and they got fried.
We're gonna take
You know?
everything away from you.
So read on.
Yeah, it says, knowing of whom.
And then you got the so-called ministers of the New Covenant.
Yeah.
Talking about they can't die.
Yo, that was-
You got guys talking about they're already in the New Covenant, talking about they can't die. We know exactly, hold on, we know exactly what the New Covenant is. And we can tell you right now that no, you're not in the New Covenant.
Right.
All right? You're not in the New Covenant. Maybe, matter of fact, you're in the New Covenant, then you woke up, but you're not in the New Covenant. If you're still sinning, you're still going off, listen, the New Covenant is going to be established when we in the kingdom. All right? What's the New Covenant? The law, statute, commandments written in your own book. Jeremiah 31, Hebrews 8, Ezekiel 36, and a few other precepts and scriptures. So no, we're not in the New Covenant. We're under grace. All right? We're under grace. Out with the old, in with the new. But in between that, there's a waiting period. Huh? And then just like how any contract, some contracts you have a start date, right? Or a date, or effective as of such and such. Right? Effective as of such and such. The effective as of such and such did not happen yet. All right, we don't know. No, the effective as of whenever. The scriptures say that no man knows the time, the day, or the hour. All right, man. All right, so we don't know when it's going to be in effect. When it's going to be in effect is when Yahweh shall come back in 1 Corinthians 15. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, that's another precept for the new covenant. They shall all be changed. Right? The mortal is going to put on immortality. That ain't happened to them guys yet. Going on a Sakari show, making a fool of yourself, man. Big fool, bro. Matter of fact, the shit should have ended like in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first 5 minutes should have ended.
And he said that. He's like, yo, it could be over now, but I'm just gonna.
Hey, man, listen, that was embarrassing. But go ahead, brother.
It says, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
And knowing whom thou hast learned them, right? Who we learn from?
Exactly.
Right? Who did our apostles learn from?
Awesome.
They don't curse out the men that taught them. We ain't curse out our apostles and elders. Hell no. And neither should you be cursing out the men that taught you. You see? So it is what it is. But it's Peter, yeah.
I'm gonna start from the top. This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. And it reads, we have also a most sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed.
Right, you do well that you take heed. If you taking heed, you're doing well to yourself. Right? Yeah, because that's the main thing. The main thing is prophecy. No, we ain't out here, about teaching, like Apostle always say, yeah, King David played a harp. What kind of notes he was hitting, what frequency he was playing the harp on. What kind of hertz he was playing, 440 purse and shit. We ain't Yahushua, what kind of sandals he rock. You know, Jake is into shit like that, bro. Jake really into shit like that. You know, the scriptures say, "Be not curious on unnecessary matters, because more things are shown unto you than make an understand." So what are we out here to teach? Is to teach the prophecies of the book. So go ahead, and you can get on Revelation 22nd chapter.
It says,
Again.
as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts.
Right now, like as a light shining in your, read that again.
Yep.
Because we know according to the scriptures, who's the light? Yahushua. Yahushua is the light. All right, many scriptures talk about that. Isaiah the 60th chapter, rise and shine for your light is come.
John the first chapter.
John the first chapter. The whole chapter is Yahushua.
Because the light
No?
is in capital L, and then when it went to John, the Baptist had the regular L.
Right. Good, bro.
It says, as unto a light that shineth in a dark
And
place.
the scriptures say that light is shine, and men hate light rather than men love darkness rather than light. You know, men couldn't comprehend the light. Yahushua was the light. They couldn't comprehend. Scriptures say that the Most High lay a stumbling block in Zion, the chief cornerstone. That's Yahushua. So Yahushua was literally a stumbling block to the Israelites, bro. Literally. How do we know that? Because when he came on the scene, men didn't understand that that's what the prophets spoke about. That's why Isaiah spoke about, Ezekiel, that, even Deuteronomy, going back to Moses spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? That the Most High is going to raise up a prophet from among your brothers. You see? So, go ahead, bro.
Yep, it says, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts.
That's Yahushua, man. You know, like you mentioned light. Like Yahushua, like another word be Lucifer, like Lucifer, which means light bearer. Like people get tripped up over that. Oh, how dare you call the Lord as Lucifer? Lucifer means light bearer. You know? Now the elites, the wicked, their Lucifers on the left-hand side. They're light bearers on the left. We're light bearers on the right. Because we bear the light, which is Yahushua, the testimony of Yahushua. And that'll be a hard saying for some people. You know, that's why you just gotta go into works. You know? Go into works. It's simple. Not every word means something negative. They're like, if I say, oh brother, you man, steak right here. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. You could be a cunning, you could be cunning, crafty. You a snake little motherfucker right there. I see you.
5 levels
You know?
of intelligence.
Huh?
5 levels of
The
intelligence.
dragon being the last. The dragon being the top. Somebody call you a dragon, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
And if the way they say it could have a meaning behind it, like, oh, you a snake. Oh, you a snake. Yeah, I don't care. Either way, I'll take it.
Yeah, the word a dragon is known for its deadly glance.
Yeah.
Dragon, when you go into it, means one who sees clearly with a deadly glance.
Yup.
He sees clearly. Which is the last order amongst the 5 levels of intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah, there's I was watching something, I don't remember. But I believe it's actual mythology where they say that when you stare into a dragon eye, the amount of fear paralyzes you.
Yeah.
You know? So that deadly glance, the dragon is not a playful creature, bro. Hey, look at Leviathan.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Look
that.
at Leviathan, man. Leviathan ain't bro. Leviathan is scared the shit out of you. If anybody seen Leviathan right now, you be shitting bricks.
It says in the scripture that.
Exactly. You be shitting bricks. You know? Yeah. You think you big and bad? Wait till you see Leviathan, man. You know? Hey, whenever we see Leviathan, I want spiritual power. My little body can't take that type of power, bro.
Type of
You know?
figure of
Shit,
look,
you be
right?
shitting bricks, bro.
Yeah.
Playing with the Lord's creation, man. Niggas scared of Freddy Krueger. You know, they scared of Chucky, scared of horror movies. How much more when you see what the Lord got in store for the wicked and for the day of judgment? So read on, brother. Whoever's reading.
Yes, one more verse. It says, this is 2 Peter 1:20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of scripture is of any private interpretation.
Right, so no prophecy of this book is of any private interpretation, meaning you don't just sit there and brainstorm what you think the scriptures is talking about. Yeah, I think it mean this. Yeah, I think it mean that. That's why if you don't know, don't teach it. If you don't know it, learn it. You know, don't wing it. You know? Learn it. You know, learn it, study it, then teach it. Eat it. Understand it first, yeah. Because otherwise you pretty much just regurgitate. Exactly, parody. So read that was it, right? One more. Go ahead.
It says 21. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
Right, so it didn't come by just the will of man. Like people tell you that just, oh, man wrote that book. Yeah, man scribed it down. They wrote it down. But how'd the word come about? The brother just read it. It came by the inspiration of the Most High given unto men. Divine inspiration. Oh, men wrote the book. But who gave men the authority to write the book? Yeah, the Most High. The men, you know, what? The Lord gave the word, great was the company that published it. You know, published means to make public. Like how we are reading this because men before us published this book and made it public, and we out here teaching on the highways and byways and letting you know what it is according to biblical prophecy. So you can get that revelation, bro. Yep.
Revelation to the 22 verse 18. For it testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
Right, you add unto this. Now you add to the prophecy. Because if you ain't teaching it right, what you doing? You add it or taking away. You'd be doing either or. You know, you add or taking away either or. You're tampering with it. You see, but the Lord don't want that. You know, there's a way for the scriptures to be broken down. All right, and it has to be taught. Isaiah 28. Whom shall he teach wisdom? Right, they that are drawn from the breast and weaned from the milk, or drawn from the milk and weaned from the breast. You see, babes. And one thing about babes is that a child's mind is like a sponge. When you first come into the truth, bro, you absorb so much information, a whole lot of information. Your mind is like a sponge. You know, I know for me, things were sticking mad easy and quicker when I first came in. You know, your mind is like a sponge. You absorb a lot. You know, so that's why you teach a child from their youth up. You teach them right. So if somebody that's now coming into the truth, what are you supposed to do? Teach them the right way, so they can absorb the right way of doing things. Because if you teach them wickedness, then their whole being is going to be based off of wickedness and corruption. So you gotta teach the child right. So go ahead, bro.
Right, it says, and if any man shall take away from the words of the book, this prophecy, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall take away his part out the book of life and out the holy city.
Right, now if you teach it, for example, that the MOTB, all right, the physical actual mark, right? If you're teaching that the mark in Revelation 13 verse 16 is a picture of white Jesus, then you take it away and you add it. You know what I'm saying? You take it away and you add it. If you're saying that the MOTB, Revelation 13 verse 16, is embargo or sanctions or is any political decree, right? Then you add and take it away. If you're saying that the MOTB don't apply to individuals, it applies to great nations, then what are you really doing? What are you saying? So that means you are leaving an opening for Israelites to go off. Because they're going to say, well, you know what? At least it ain't the mark. Because ain't no Israelite under the sun keeping all the law, statutes, commandments. Point blank, period. You know? And watch, like I said, like the scripture says, like we always quote, because you kept the word of my patience, I will keep you from the hour of temptation. Because when the time comes, when you can't pay your rent, pay your mortgage, feed your little kids, all right, your little children, all right, feed your girlfriend, your wife, you know, your boo, you know, can't drive a car, can't do nothing, except you take this right here, right? It's gonna be a temptation. You know, it's gonna be like they say, stuck between a rock and a hard place. But guess what? The elect ain't gonna be stuck between the rock and a hard place. The elect is gonna be on top of that rock, right? The rock is what? The foundation. The foundation of the truth. Yahushua, the strong tower. The scriptures say the righteous, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and safe. So we're not gonna be. I say we hoping our part of the elect. The elect ain't gonna be stuck between the rock and the hard place. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, oh Lord. You know, and that's why the Lord said, now everybody that say Yahushua shall enter into the kingdom. Because that's what dudes are going to pull Yahushua's name out their back pockets. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, stumbling on it, all nervous, not saying it right. The Lord ain't playing, bro. The Lord ain't playing, man. And now though apparently we not fucking around up here, man. You know? We take this dead ass serious. You know what I mean? Hey, brother, that's it. It's our life. Got nothing else to live for but to teach the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Everything else don't matter. Everything else is secondary, man. Everything else. So who's reading?
But if any man should take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall take away this part out of the book of life and out of the city and from the things which are written in this book.
Read up some of verse 7.
Verse 7, Revelation chapter 22. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Right, Yahushua said, behold, I come quickly. I come quickly because when the Lord come back, it's like, you know, even though, see, time ain't really dragging, but sometimes it may feel like it. But when this all happened, the climax is going to be so intense that you can be like, damn, where the hell time went? You know what I'm saying? Like when something you anticipating finally happened, it just happened like that, bro. And guess what? It haven't been that long since Yahushua been in the heavens. It's been 2 days. Over 2 days, a little over 2 days. You know, 2,000 years. Gone. You know what I'm saying? But for us, it's 2,000 years. For the Lord, it's two days, man. So that's what he means. He come quickly. What's 2 days for you? Friday come. You off from work. You got 2 days between that, Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday come. That's the Lord. It's like a little weekend. It's a little weekend. You know? So if you could think about a weekend, that's almost like, you know, feel like Yahushua sound like, yo, this ain't nothing. And guess what? Yahushua is going to speedily come back and avenge his elect. You know? From the blood, from what the so-called white man did, from the wicked. The scripture said, I think we read it. The righteous and innocent blood cries out unto me. Scripture tell you that the prayers of the saints or the odors, go up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the odors, the prayers, the incense. You know? So the Lord hear those things, man. So read on, bro.
Yep. It says, behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Right, so blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecies of this book. All right, what does that mean to keep the sayings of the prophecy of this book? Listen, the mark of the beast is the RFID here. All right, don't take it. Among many other things. That's just the main prophecy at hand right now. You know, Jacob's trouble. And again, all right, it's all on record, it's all on footage, it's on film. All right, it's on wax. You know, now you had Israelite groups, leaders, saying that ain't gonna be a time of Jacob's trouble in those exact words. And then fast track 2020, things looking bad outside. There's a war going on outside, no man's safe. Right? It's all looking crazy and questions started arising. So men had to change their tune. They had to down us. They had to make it be lush. Listen, dummies, if you listen closely to what I said, dummies, calling us dummies for just calling out the truth. Well, you know what? I'll be a dummy for calling out the truth, man.
Yeah.
Right? We'll be dummies for Yahushua. You know, but dumb means to not talk, though. So we're not dummies. Because we are speaking. You know? But it's all right, though. Because even in Revelation 22, it says, they the unjust, let them be unjust still. So if they wicked, let them be wicked still. Because at the end of the day, who's going to judge? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, we playing our part. Scripture say in the Apocrypha, be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but rather inquire how the godly shall be saved. So I'm more concerned about Lord willing us brothers make it. You know, Lord willing we make it. You know, and that's it. Nigga can't get it, we moving on. But we still gotta blow the trumpet because you got new people coming along every single day. So read on, bro.
Verse 8, and I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which shewed me these things. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren, the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book.
Keep the sayings of this book.
Worship Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua.
Worship Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, man. Keep the sayings of this book and worship the Lord. You know? Because that's going to be the saving of your soul. Alright? And we try our best. Alright? We like how we said, we try our best to rehearse the righteous acts. Even in the worst captivity ever. Because this is the worst, in case you didn't realize, Babylon is the worst captivity ever. You know what I'm saying? This is the only captivity, all right, where Israel totally got their nationality beaten out of them as a whole. As a whole. All right? And this is the captivity where all this remembrance, our nationality, Jeremiah told you that what is it? What is it? 17 and 4. And thou thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage. Scriptures tell you that it's a falling away that had to happen. You know? But nonetheless, we keeping this thing, you know, to the best of our ability. The law, statute, commandments. We ain't out there promoting adultery, promoting pork. You know? You got guys out there that are strictly fringe Israelites. That's like the only law they keep. But the funny thing is, that's the only law they keep. And that law is to remind you to keep the rest of the laws. You know what I'm saying? That law, the law of the fringes, all right, in Numbers, and the border of blue, is so that when you look down, like this right here, I look down in it. Yeah, I got. You know, it's to remind you. It's not a damn fashion statement, bro. It's not a fashion statement. Yeah, I got my fringes.
Fringes on, man.
And all right, you got your fringes. Now what?
Where's the fringes at?
That's the question, though. You got your fringes. Now what?
Right.
Are you looking down and remembering to keep all the law, statute, commandments? If your wife commit adultery and you a fringe Israelite, are you gonna put her to death? That's a real question, right? Ain't she supposed to get put to death?
Right to death.
Her and the adulterer are both supposed to get put to death. You're supposed to look down at your fringes and be like, yeah, I gotta kill this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. If you want to take it down that road. You know, if you got a son that's rebellious, you're supposed to admonish and warn him. And if he ain't taking heed, take him to the elders, the priests, the judges. And if he don't take heed, you're supposed to stone him. You know? Hey, if your daughter has a virgin, a damsel, end up getting popped, right? Like, now, you know, somebody take it. You can't kill that man. You're supposed to look down at your fringes and be like, damn, this nigga owe me, how much? 50 shekels. This nigga owe me 50 shekels. That's what you're supposed to do. That's why that law is there. You know, like, damn. And then, you know what? You got to give her over to him. You got to let it go. Can't kill him. Can't do nothing. He owe you money. Whatever the 50 shekel equivalent is in Federal Reserve notes, you got to get that. Or you can take silver as a dowry. Or you can take gold as a dowry. However, but you're supposed to take a payment. Because why? Because that man, he corrupted your goods. He seized your property. He seized your property. He took your property. So now he got to pay you back because your daughter is your property. You know, until she's given to another man. That's why in marriages, they ask the father, "Do you give your daughter over to this man to be his lawfully wedded wife?" So they following that tradition. You know, and many other scriptures, bro. Daughter that's a harlot. Yup. Matter of fact, even the Sabbath, because the Sabbath is not Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. Right. The Sabbath is based off of the new moon. So if you are a fringe Israelite and you're not keeping the Sabbath based off the new moon, realistically speaking, according to the law, you're not really keeping the Sabbath. Yeah. Now we understand the scriptures tell you that in the book of Colossians about and also Galatians and many other scriptures. The law is the schoolmaster. That's why we teach grace. Right. That's why we teach faith, and as well as the law. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell you that faith without works is dead. So we ain't just telling you, yeah, just have faith, brother. Go ahead and eat that pepperoni pizza. No, we ain't telling you that. We telling you don't eat pork, don't commit adultery, don't do certain shit that's gonna land your ass on the wrong side of the fence when Yahushua come back. You know, yeah, straight into grace. You know, being over righteous, neither being over wicked. That's why the key in this truth is many keys, but faith is a key. But you got another key component, which is balance. All right, balance is a main factor in this truth, man. Find that balance, man. You know, find that balance, because a lot of guys are off balance, bro. Off balance, whether their intentions are right or not. Balance is key. You got something?
Galatians chapter 2, verse 21. I do not frustrate the grace of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, for if righteousness come by the law,
Right.
then a Mashiach is dead in vain.
Right. Now that whole chapter can be brought out. The whole book of Galatians can be brought out. You know, read that one more time.
Galatians chapter 2, verse 21.
Because also at one point, I wish I could find that video, but Nate called us faith-based Israelites.
Yes, he did.
But that, I don't know where the hell that video is at. Lost in the YouTube world somewhere, because I know he got, because you know, probably one of those 5-hour classes or some shit. Brothers did videos on it, but we would call faith-based Israelites as an insult. It was an insult. When he said it, yeah, because you got these faith-based Israelites, it was an insult. But I'm like, wait a minute, ain't this all about faith? I was like, huh? You know, ain't this all about faith? The just shall live by faith, and if any man's soul draw back, I will have no pleasure in it. So yeah, we are faith-based Israelites. But scriptures say that in the Apocrypha, by your works and your faith shall you be saved, wherein ye have believed. So it is all about faith. And faith without works is death. So your faith is going to compel you to try to keep the laws to the best of your ability. But it's not the same the other way around. Because if you're all about the law, then you ain't leaving no room for faith. But if you're all about faith, then you're going to try to keep the law. But if you're all about the law, then you ain't going to make no room for faith. That's why the men rejected Yahushua. You know? Yeah, bro.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Right, so without faith, it is impossible to please him, please Yahushua, man. So in other words, if you don't have faith, then you cannot possibly please the Lord, bro. You can't. No matter what you do, if there's no faith, you can't.
That's right, brother. And there's a parable that backs you up, brother. With Yahushua and the young rich man. Remember that parable?
Yeah.
The young rich man in Yahushua? He said, Lord, what shall I do to enter into eternal life? He said, do not commit adultery, do not, steal, honor thy father and mother, and go and sell that you have and come and follow me. What happened to that young man?
He couldn't do it.
He didn't do it.
He didn't have faith.
Because he didn't have faith.
Right, because that's a perfect parable, brother, the water. Because he said he kept all these things from his youth.
Right, I kept all these.
You know, so he said, so according to him, he kept the law, statutes, commandments, but he couldn't do the one thing to solidify his faith. Drop everything, sell everything, and follow Yahushua. But it was a hard saying for the man. Now, that's what the Lord says. It's easy for a camel to enter the eye of a needle into the kingdom of the Most High.
So that man walked away sorrowful, very sorrowful, because he had great possessions, great riches.
Right.
Because of why? He acknowledged that, peep this one. He acknowledged that this was the Messiah, this is the Savior.
Right.
He acknowledged that was the Savior. But he wasn't willing to do what the Savior said in order to follow him and to please him. So he'd rather go and do his own thing rather than follow Yahushua.
Right. And you got another one, bro. On the flip side, you got the parable of the woman and the penny.
That's right, yeah.
You know, everybody gave their portion.
Right.
Gave, whatever amount, good amount, they had it.
Right.
But the scriptures say that this woman only had a penny, and she gave it. She gave her penny.
That's right.
And it was honorable because she was poor, and that's all she had, but she gave her last. And that's representation to the elect. The woman, Israel, the elect. And that's something we can learn from. So because she had little, and she had little to none, and she gave it, that means she gave abundant. Because she gave with her heart. According to the heart. Not her heart but her mind, her spirit. as opposed to what that rich man couldn't do. You know what I mean? That's why it's another thing too, like King Solomon said it. Give me not riches that I forget thee, neither give me poverty that I curse thee. But what do we have? A just balance. Yeah, bro.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
You good.
You know what stands out to me about that verse? I'll read that first part again.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded.
They be not what?
High-minded.
That's what comes with having the riches of this world. You become high-minded. You become someone that you don't have a need. You got everything. So when you get riches, it's like you get plagued with demons, man. Right?
Temptation, bro.
You get plagued with temptations and demons that are against the Most High. Because you not begin, but you start to not acknowledge who gave you. So you become self-centered and high-minded. Oh, I got all of this. Why you ain't got it? See? Not knowing that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai giveth and he can take away, man. You gotta acknowledge Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. See? Like that young rich man, he asked Yahweh Shai himself, Lord, what can I do that I can have eternal life? And the Lord told him, he told him out of what? Out of the law. Which he said, oh, I'm good. I keep that. So I'm pretty much straight, right? No, the Lord hit him with, nah, you gotta go and sell what you got. And then come follow me. You see? So we can extrapolate that the state of that man was high-minded, man. Because he wasn't willing to subjugate and humble himself, all right, to the Most High through Yahushua to be able to please him, to truly please him, to walk in faith. You know? You see? So with the riches come high-mindedness. And we see individuals are in that spirit. You know what I'm saying? So charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 28, verse 10. As the matter of the fire is, so it burneth, and as a man's strength is, so is his wrath, and according to his riches, his anger riseth. And the stronger it says, and according to his riches, his anger riseth.
According to his riches, his anger rises. I mean, what? How dare you do such and such? Do you know who I am? You know that shit. Do you know who I am? That type of shit. According to his riches. You know? Ego. High ego. It's when we see this throughout history, right? You had all kinds of low-life drug dealers, big-time drug dealers, Al Capone, and, right. This family, this individual, Rick Ross, these guys, according to their riches, right, is their anger. Like, nigga, you don't know who you dealing with. Huh? Who you think you dealing with? Those type of niggas, man. You know? See? That the Most High ain't with that, man. That's all wickedness, man. You actually building a case against yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're proud. You're not acknowledging the Most High, man. See? According to his anger, according to his riches, is his anger, right?
Right. It says, and according to his riches, his anger riseth.
Anger riseth.
And
right?
the stronger they always contend, the more they will be inflamed.
Do you know who I am? And fuck that whack ass spirit. Do you know who the Lord is? Huh? Do you know your creator?
That's something you can brag about. I'm saying you're gonna brag about something. Brag about knowing me. You be proud about something. I know the Lord. You know, a lot of people try to say, you know, that's what you gotta tell people. Like, oh, you love the Lord, you love the Lord. What's the Lord's favorite animal? What's the Lord's favorite flower? They don't know that. Right? People have no clue.
This is back in 1 Timothy 6, verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in certain riches, but in the living power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who giveth us richly all things in glory.
You can see a real good example of that when you smoke either with 235 people that want to be high-minded, or these celebrities, or these athletes.
Right.
They want to cleave onto this world, cleave onto Esau, cleave onto this whole philosophy. All that high-minded talk about your riches. This is how the Lord can have people in a snare. Oh, yeah, you see that?
Right.
And I was thinking about with Floyd. Look at you now. Oh, you got your riches? We're going to see how much you love them riches. Now the C-hips out now. Now we got Fed now. Okay? Now we got the CBDC. Okay? And then how they go, and now how the Lord's going to do it, I'm going to take it away from you, but I'm going to give it right back to these damn devils, man. Because please believe it's going to be some type of EMP attack. Well, I believe so. Some type of situation to make these people like, you know what? I don't care what. As long as I got my riches, as long as I got what I had from before. Oh, and then I think I was watching something earlier where when this new world order comes, everybody's gonna get like 50,000 digital. I think it's more than that. No. You're gonna get like 20,000 a month. No, every deck's gonna be clean. I think something else.
Bro,
it was crazy, bro. But I was.
You hear that shit, brother? He said that though, bro.
Yeah,
I know particularly, bro. I said that shit.
You did, bro.
But now I know. No, fuck the bragging shit. But it's obvious, bro. It's so easy to see how this devil gonna come with the mousetrap, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, brother said this shit years ago that Esau could. Matter of fact, we was talking about enticing your neighbor. Now it's so easy to see how this devil would say, "Listen, we will clear all debt if you take this MOTB." Bro, fucking said that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised or anything, but it only makes sense. How else would you entice your neighbor? Now, what's credit? Credit ain't shit. You don't need to apply resources in order to get credit. As opposed to real money, which is gold and silver, it takes resources and money to get that. Now, printing paper don't cost nothing. Conjuring up digital money don't cost nothing. So I could give you nothing for you to sell your soul. I could literally give you nothing. See, this nothing is all, it's whatever you make it to be. Like fiat. Fiat means what?
Let it be.
Let it be. Exactly. So really, fiat is just your trust in the dollar. And there's a spirit that we going into riches because I'm gonna just read a couple of the comic book because you got some couple brothers lighting it up. Brother, few brothers from the top. Shiloh 144, Shalom, Stay Focused, Soldier, 5, Jabari Bell, Brothers Post and Precepts. So let me just read a couple. This is 1 Timothy 6:10. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." Hold on. Floyd Mayweather, like you mentioned that dude. You think guys like that ain't gonna take the C-hip in order to keep this dude got cars like this. Like you see this little parking space back here, right here? This man got, and they all black from whatever foreign cars he got. You think that man ain't gonna take the C-hit in order to keep them riches? Hell yeah. All right, Floyd Mayweather wasn't brought on this earth to teach the truth, bro. He was brought here to box, and that's it.
That's it.
All right, everybody don't get this truth. Look at that dude. What's his nigga name in the NBA? Kyrie Irving. Everybody making a big stink out of that dude. At the end of the day, if you ain't teaching the word, then to hell with that nigga. You know, and the Lord is bad because He can use him to really draw in actual followers, but it will be a lot less than the masses. You probably have 100,000 dudes that heard Kyrie and know about Israel and they think they believe, but out of that 100,000, you might have
Like Solomon said, out of 1,000, I found one. So out of 100,000, you may find, what is that? 100. 100 righteous men. You know, out of 10,000, you find 10. Out of 1,000, you find one. You see? So Esau entice these people, man. Get them. So, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through many sorrows. There's a scripture in the Apocrypha, I was trying to find it. It says about casting your heart upon your substance. I mean, if you got a lot of riches, you got guys that actually got riches, like Scrooge McDuck. You know the cartoon, Scrooge McDuck swimming in his damn gold. So if you got it, you don't sit there like, yeah, you know, I got drinking your whiskey, counting your stacks of gold, counting your, you know, like they take them pictures with the brick.
Yeah.
Then they got the brick, you know, with the brick with the money and shit. That's saying your heart and your substance, man, or your riches. But the scripture said don't do that, because I got another precept right here. This is Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So the parable about the rich man that you brought out, bro, where was his heart at? Right? So that tells you that his treasure was on his earthly possession. But our treasure, the Wadi Halba Shimi Al-Shah, not rich. The water. Because riches can't corrupt you. Riches will corrupt you, man. Like Solomon said, the wisest man said, yeah, don't give me poverty. Somebody can get that, because it's the second time I quoted it. You know what I'm saying? The wisest man of all. Matter of fact, all them Stoics from the Greek Empire, Roman Empire, they got their teaching from Solomon. The wisdom of Solomon. Matter of fact, even the witches go back to the wisdom of Solomon.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The witches, actual witches on the left-hand side, learn from King Solomon. You know? So, yeah, whoever got it first. And what you got, bro?
Sirach 31 verse 5. He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof.
Right, you see it says he that loveth gold, bro. It don't say he that got it. It don't say he that deal with it. But it says he that loveth it. That's why the scripture say, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Now if you love it, that means that's where your heart is at. You see? That means that's where your heart is at. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The Wadi Halba Shimi Al-Shah, we got enough just to make it by. We got our daily bread, and first and foremost, most importantly, we got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You see? That's what we got. You know, I don't want to be rich in this fucking society, bro.
Exactly.
I want to be rich in faith, and in knowledge, and in wisdom, but I don't want to be rich tangibly, bro. I don't want to wake up one morning and magically see 100K, not 100K, I'm sorry, 100 million in my bank account, because 100K ain't shit either.
Exactly.
Realistically speaking, if you're a grown motherfucking person who know how to use their money responsibly, that's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money at all. You know, but like 100 million, I don't need that. I don't need that.
Or just like the brother said, it's gonna be more demons gonna jump. Demons gonna
Satan gonna jump all over your ass, bro. You gonna be thinking about doing shit you never thought about doing in your life. You gonna be thinking, yeah, I'm gonna buy a yacht. What nigga doing buying a yacht? Yeah, I want to buy a yacht. You never thought about a yacht your whole day in your life. Now all of a sudden you got $100 million. Now you want to buy a yacht, and then guess what? You buy a yacht. Now you got to spend time on a yacht, and you ain't gonna spend time by yourself on a yacht. You gonna have groupies. You gonna have women on the yacht, and then your mind is gonna be drawn away from the truth.
That's it.
There you go. Now you lost in the source. You're too far in the goddamn job.
Exactly. Once you get the woman.
No?
Just look at King Solomon.
Exactly. Yup. Yeah.
Gold had been the ruin of many.
Nigga, yeah, $100 million. Now he want to go into space. Now you want to go into outer space, bro. For what? You know, 1 minute you was teacher, you got 100 million. Now you want to be an astronaut, nigga? Yeah, bro.
And their destruction was present.
Yeah.
It is a stumbling block upon them.
Hey, it's a stumbling block, and that's another prayer, man. Pray that Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah don't lay a stumbling block in front of you, because anything could be a stumbling block. You know, anything could be a stumbling block, man. You know, it could be whatever. Things that you probably don't think will have no effect on you. If you ain't right by the Lord, you could just say, you know what, Satan, go ahead. Stick Satan on your ass, man. And here comes a stumbling block that you never thought would have been a stumbling block, but then here it goes and turn your heart from the Lord. You know, so when things do come into your life, pray that it's not a stumbling block. If you do come into a little bit of cash flow, pray that it's not a stumbling block. You get a nice ass, you know, I don't know what. It's a good car. I mean, a brand, a 2023 Audi, some shit, I don't know, whatever. Pray that it's not a stumbling block. You know, little shit, it may seem little to us because we don't give a fuck about it. People be like, nigga, Audi ain't nothing. But to somebody, it may be a stumbling block. Even women. A lot of women could be a stumbling block. Or that badass chick that you always wanted could be a stumbling block. That dime piece could be a stumbling block. You know? Now you got a dime piece, and now you a sucker for love. You know? Now you a sucker for love. Now certain shit that you never let slide, now you letting it slide because you a sucker. That's a stumbling block.
Delilah.
Yeah, Delilah, exactly.
With that, man.
Same thing, Delilah.
Hey, bro, we even use Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 as a stumbling block.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Them coming to truth, you know. Look at a woman, oh man, yeah.
Yeah, that's not why. Hey, see, that's what the Lord told Peter. He had forsake these things, shall receive 100-fold. So if you didn't forsake it already, and it's still that's where your heart is, that's where your treasure at, then you already fucked up. You fucked up before you started.
Exactly.
You already stumbled before you even started. Man. So you set your things on. You set your mind on the riches of the kingdom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, preaching His word, and what the Lord say, and everything shall follow. So that Isaiah 4:1, that's a good example of that. But guess what? That's a good example of that. But guess what? Brothers are going to be all right, man.
Exactly.
You know? Brothers are going to be all right. And even, forget about Isaiah 4:1. Some brothers may be single because a woman could be a stumbling block. It could be a distraction. You know, the Lord wants you to focus on His truth. He going to make sure you don't get certain things so that you can focus on the truth.
Right. Absolutely. It says, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith.
What was that talking about? Riches, right? Gold and riches and loving. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. Matter of fact, the scripture said, build your treasure up in heaven where moth, no rust, doth corrupt. Neither where thieves can break in and steal. But guess what? Niggas steal your girl if that's your treasure.
Yeah.
Niggas glorify stealing your woman. Yeah, I stole this nigga girl, B. You know, I done had niggas on the job telling me about who they committed adultery with. And they going into details. And then I'm looking at, nigga, you don't even know if that could be my wife, nigga. I'm doing construction, we working on high rises, bro. That's the worst place to be, you know, spilling your beans at. Because you might find the right nigga. What apartment number? Oh yeah, apartment 3C. Oh yeah? You know? I'm telling you, bro, it's a cold world. It's a cold world out there, man. Yeah. And niggas, and that's why when judgment happens to niggas, then so fucking what? Yeah. So what? You know, when niggas get shot up, sprayed up, and judgment come down, so what, bro? That's why when Esau fucked these niggas up, man, so what, bro? Like, realistically speaking, brother, so what? Right. When Esau put a nigga, like the nigga that got in the chokehold, all right, yeah, it's fucked up, but you know what? So what?
So what?
Right or wrong? Yeah. Was that man on the street corners teaching the word?
Nope.
Matter of fact, I actually know of the guy. Right. I think he used to be, y'all from the, you know, from over there. Yeah. He used to be doing a Michael Jackson impersonation, right? Yeah. That's him. I've seen that dude, man. Yeah. And he was good at it, bro. He used to be on the train,
I know that.
Dressed up like Michael Jackson. I used to see that dude, bro. And he used to do it for change, money. People was giving money because he was good at it.
Many years, bro.
Yeah, bro. But at the end of the day, so what? It's fucked up, but that's his judgment. It is what it is. Right? Guess what? You know what? He's good now.
The dude that got choked out by the Edomite?
Yeah. He's good now. And guess what? He's good now, and that Edomite is going to be his slave. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, bro, bring it out.
This is Colossians 3:2. Set your affection on things above,
Beautiful.
not on things on the earth.
Simple. Set your affection. Matter of fact, look, get the word affection, brother. Bogus shot, man. Because that's a heavy word. Affection.
Plain too.
Yeah, affection is a heavy word. Yeah, you get the word affection, bro. Because, brother, you get in the common dictionary or in the blue letter, both if you want. But affection is going to, when you read that word affection, it emphasizes how we feel towards the truth, our passion towards this truth. You know? So if you want to know if you're feeling, you have the right so-called feelings, because really, the truth shouldn't be like a feeling. Because your feelings change. This is a priority. This is a duty, it's a job. Feelings change. That's why we don't go based off of feelings, bro. Feelings fucking change. One minute you feel this way, next minute you feel another way. You got it, bro?
Yeah, this is affection in the blue letter. It says to have understanding, to be wise,
to feel, to think, to have an opinion of oneself, to direct one's mind to a thing,
Right, your
to
mind.
seek,
Seek.
strive for,
Strive for. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Yeah.
to seek one's interest or advantage.
Right. Now, the scriptures liken wisdom, because it said wisdom, right? And understanding. The scriptures liken wisdom to a woman. Now, we don't say, yeah, I'm affectionate to this woman, but ultimately we're affectionate to that woman, which is wisdom. That's the woman we ultimately affectionate for, and that we head over heels for. You know, like niggas, you know, guys, not just niggas, but people in general. Songs from the 80s, them rock songs, how much they love their women. You know, Caribbean Queen, what's the dude name? Billy, some shit. Benji might do Caribbean Queen. You know, crazy over these women and shit, head over heels. Simply Red, that dude like Simply Red across the street. You know Simply Red, right? What you saying?
The other day,
I'll keep holding on. That song right there. You know what I mean? All them love songs to these women, but our affection is to what? To this truth, to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and then everything is gonna follow. Everything is gonna follow. Yeah, bro. That was it, right?
That was it, basically.
All right.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
This is Mark
right.
chapter 4, verse 19. And the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other
Shit, start up, bro. The whole parable, like a few verses up, the parable.
Alright, this is Mark chapter 4. Start at
You can start that way how Shah went to the parable.
alright. Mark chapter 4, verse 11. And he said unto them, unto you is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the Most High.
Right?
But unto them are without, all these things are done in parables.
Yup. Them that are without what? Wisdom. Because wisdom, the scriptures tell you that in the Apocrypha about faith, Sirach 1, that was given to the righteous in the womb. So with faith and with righteousness is going to come the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. So it was given to you from the womb. Some people are just destined to never get this, man. Yeah. Talking to some people, see, we so passionate sometimes you get caught up in talking to people. Yeah. Like you think they get it, but they not. But really, you're just listening to yourself speak. You feel good because you hearing yourself talk. Let's be real. Like, yeah. I wonder if he didn't get it. Or she didn't get it. You got it, but they didn't get it. So it's a waste of time talking to certain people. Okay, bro.
Verse 12. That seeing
and they act as if they get it. Yup, yeah.
That seeing they may see and not perceive.
Right, so they by seeing they see and not perceive. So they be looking at you like, yeah, bro. They lock your eyes with you like, yeah. But their mind is like scribble scrabble. Their mind is like you taking a pencil and scribble scrabble like nothing's happening. Okay, the frequencies are distorted. Okay.
That seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand. At least at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven.
Right. Yeah. Going back to Isaiah the 6th chapter, when the Lord said, "Make their ears heavy, make their ears heavy, or fat, eyes heavy, hearts fat." You know, blind them. In other words, the Lord wants certain people just blinded to this truth, man. It is what it is. Yeah.
And he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will you know all parables? The sower soweth the word. And these are they by the wayside.
The sower sowed the word, meaning to spread the word. Spreading the gospel. Who sown? We sown. Yahweh is, Paul said it, that I've planted, Apollos watering, but the Most High give the increase. So you can sow, you can water, you could do, till with the thing, the what you sown and all that. But if it grow, that's of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. You can't force it to grow. The Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, gives the increase. Yeah.
And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. And when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
Right, so you can sow the word, meaning you can tell somebody the word, and then Satan will come, hop on them. Satan would actually be right there next to them, like, yo, man, don't listen to that. It's like garbage. And then you like, yeah, you right. I don't know what I was thinking. And then you walk away. Or something. We've seen this a lot on 34th Street. Men will be walking with their women. And then the man, this happened the most. A guy will be like, yeah, he listening. And then the woman be like, come on, baby. Come on, let's go. And then the dude be like, he want to stay. He want to stay, but it's like, Satan dragging him with a lasso, like Wonder Woman lasso, the lasso of truth. You know, dragging him.
Got a rope around here.
Got a rope
Trying to
around
get
his
him
neck.
in front too, like yo, stand up like a man. They still.
And they be like, yo, bro, yeah, we be like, yo, bro, you gonna let your woman control you, bro? We're like, nah, sorry, you know, it is what it is, man. I gotta go. Nah, man, fuck that, bro. It's either that. See, that's where your treasure is. There, where your heart be also. But the devil came and took it away. Go ahead.
And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Right? So they received it with gladness. Like, word? Yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, I always knew something was wrong with this world. I always knew society's corrupt. I always knew we was kings and priests. That's gladness. They received it with gladness on stony ground, yeah.
And have no root in themselves.
No root in themselves. Like right now, you see stony ground. You see like them little plants between the earth. Ain't no root in that. You can literally plug that thing up. You know, go ahead.
And so endure for a time.
Right?
Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
Right, because they weren't rooted. So when they actually get put to test, when they actually get put to trial, what happens? They get offended, and because that's like the apostles always say, a lot of people don't know what they involved in. Not being rooted means you don't know what the hell you involved in. So when persecution arrives, and you get tested throughout your daily life or whatever the case may be, you get offended. You may get approached just based off of his word. Your boss may see you. Like, yo, you an Israelite? Yeah. Oh yeah? So yeah, listen, man, I don't know. We can't have that kind of stuff on the job. You know, we can't have that type of, mentality because it can affect the work environment. You know what I mean? And then you be like, damn. Like, I gotta keep my job. And your boy, and your boss see you the next day, and then like, no, I ain't coming back. Or your woman could offend you. You get offended over your woman. Oh, you still doing that Israelite stuff? It's either me or Saturday. Like Saturday is the ultimatum now. Man, fuck the ultimatum, man. If you a man watching, fuck that ultimatum, bro. You give the ultimatum to your woman.
Right.
Don't let her give you no ultimatum. If she give you an ultimatum, then you bounce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the truth, and she give you the ultimatum, it's either me or Saturday, well, I'll see you when I see you. If it be on the chariots or not, I'll see your ass in the kingdom. That's the mind you gotta have, man. What you gonna, like, we brought it out earlier. Lord, where we gonna go? So you're gonna leave the truth and follow your woman big funky ass around the block, around the way. After that, guess what? She lose respect for you.
Yep.
She lose respect for you because you can't even stand on your own shit. You already got conquered, bro. So you might as well just throw in the towel and just go do some shit to yourself. Forget it, bro.
Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of the things entering in, choke the word,
Beautiful.
and it becometh unfruitful.
Right. So the thorns represents your surroundings, the distractions. Like the apostle said, let go of the mortal thoughts and cast off the burdens of men. So the job, the money, the riches, the women, status, all of these things are thorns that can choke somebody that's brought up in that particular environment. At least they cast it off and set their heart, like you brought out, set your affection on things high and not things below. Everything we see is temporary. These cars is trash. They break down. We're gonna have chariots. We're gonna have chariots, bro. Flying, we're gonna be able to fly. Teleport, never gonna sin, never gonna go off. Traveling all the different created worlds that Yahushua got for us in John 14. In my Father's house in many mansions. We're gonna be able to explore that. See actual, like that movie Avatar, how we give a beautiful depiction of that earth, that world. Our kingdom is gonna look way better than that. That's man's depiction of paradise. Beautiful creatures and illuminating plants and all this stuff. That's trash compared to what the Lord got for us, bro. But we're gonna be able to explore that and own these things and be rulers of this earth, even the earth itself that we're standing on, not America, but the earth as we know it is going to be paradise again. You know, the earth is going to yield abundantly. You know, the grapes. Remember, it took in numbers. It took a cluster of men, two mighty men, to carry a cluster of grapes. So heavy, one on this shoulder, the other behind him, carried a cluster of grapes. Because remember, the Lord cursed the earth during the time of Adam, and even during the time of Noah, things started to degrade. You know? So yeah, bro, whoever got something. Oh, there's more?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah.
Mark chapter 4, verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground.
Right.
Such as hear the word and receive it, and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100.
Beautiful. And that's what we want to be. That's what we should be. Those that receive the word on good ground. You know, good soil, good fertile soil, abundant, fruitful. You know, constantly being watered. Like Psalms, the first chapter, about he that take heed to the word is gonna be like a man that's planted by the rivers. A tree planted by the river, always constantly getting fed by that water. That water, that stream is never ending. Never ending. No matter how hot it gets, them roots are still gonna continue to get watered and bring forth fruit. Some 30-fold, some 60-fold, some 100-fold, according to your work. Every man has his portion of measure in his truth that the Lord gave him. It doesn't matter if it's one-fold. That's what the Lord gave you, then you better do something with it. If it's one-fold, if it's 100-fold, you better do something with it, bro. Rather than giving back the Lord his penny, hiding in the napkin, hiding in the herb. When the Lord come back, the Lord gonna ask you, what'd you do with the knowledge, wisdom, understanding I gave you? You know, Lord, you know, I just had it. You know, kept it. I kept it to myself. You know, I was doing nothing with it pretty much. Like the guy on 34th Street that the Apostle Paul called out. Remember that dude? Yeah, yo, where you at? Where you at? Like, where you been teaching in my house? No, you not, nigga. Teaching in your house. Who the hell are you teaching in your house? Roaches and rats? Stuttering. Cause them dudes been around before we've been around, bro. They should have been teaching. Or at least doing something, giving diligence. Yeah, bro.
And look at the fierce face that Apostle Hall had.
Man, listen, bro.
That was really how it shined, bro.
Yeah, that was the spirit of the Lord on him, bro.
Yeah, that was scary.
Ain't nobody had nothing to say after that.
You might do that came to the camp right over there with pink beard.
Oh yeah. No beard on his face. No pink afro, man. Talking about he from the old school.
Yeah. Right. Then you had this man that came from brothers out there in Vegas. So Howard Gardner from Central. Yeah. Howard Gardner from Central.
All that pride like you've been through.
No, like you been.
Dude woke up in a
Yo,
time
that was
capsule, bro.
crazy.
He fell asleep in 1992 and woke up in 2002. 22.
This is Howard Gardner from Central.
That's cool.
Jake
Cool
is
story,
hilarious,
dude.
man.
And then they try to flex on brothers like, I've been doing this before you, since you was in diapers. And are you still doing it?
Still very scary, man. Very scary. Very, very scary.
That's why the Lord said in Matthew 18 about the little children. They are the kingdom of heaven. You know, about the little children. Because look at the 90s, man, when the truth was booming. A lot of us was little kids, bro. Young. Some brothers probably in strollers. Some wasn't even born. To being in strollers, to being toddlers, to being, 10 years old, maybe early teenagers. You was a little child. But here you are 30 years later, teaching the word. Yeah, brother, that's very heavy. 30 years later, bro. Yeah, whoever got it.
I got something real quick.
Huh?
This is Proverbs 30 and 7. It says, 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity
That's
and
it.
lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Right, read that again, because we quoted that a few times. Read it again.
This is Proverbs 30 and 7. It says, 2 things. It says, 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die.
Right.
8th verse. Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Right, remove far from me vanity and lies. Now Solomon went into it, and Ecclesiastes, man, he got so it was like he was depressed. He was in a like a depressed type of state, just sitting back and analyzing, like, yo, this is all vanity. Like what's the point? What is the point in all this shit? If I'm just going, I could go off. I'm not in my righteous body. I'm not my glorious body. I got all this. Who am I gonna leave it to? When I die, what they gonna do with it? It's all vanity, bro. Like sometimes you just sit back and look at shit and be like, man, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here and really get to enjoy this what I got in front of you. You know what I mean, bro? Other than that, it's all vanity. It's all vanity, bro. You get let's talk about you get a nice car. This shit can crash, bro.
Right, just like that.
You can walk over, you can drive off the lot and possibly get into a car accident. You know what you gonna do then? It's a sad scenario, bro. Tall as hell, bro.
We got children that we can't really enjoy.
You got children you can't enjoy.
Because we're under the system of somebody else.
Yeah.
Because when you're in rulership, you don't have to work. You can make sure everything. It's just you got a woman that that doesn't have faith. Because women don't have faith, and so you got to constantly. You know what I'm saying? So you're constantly worrying. Like we don't, just like Apostle Paul says, we never live. What we do is exist, man. We don't know what it is to live.
And you know what? It's just vanity because everything we got can be taken.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everything, think about it, everything you got can be taken. Even your very life can be fucking taken.
Just it.
That's why. Hey, the one thing you don't want taken, like the Lord said, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. The crown is the one thing that you don't want taken from you, which is your chance of deliverance, salvation. That's right, being part of your life. That's that crown that Yahushua got promised, man. Everything else is vanity, bro. It's fucking vanity. Yeah.
First Timothy.
He was still more in there. Let me finish that first.
This is Proverbs 30:7. It says, 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Right. Don't give me poverty. Don't give me riches. King Solomon is praying for the balance. We don't want to be poor, poverty, famished, poverty, and neither do we want to be extremely rich. We want our daily bread. We want just enough to where we don't go off. Whatever amount, because a certain amount for me may not be for you. I could probably deal with more money than you. You could probably deal with more money than me. If I had what you had, I'd probably lose my mind. And vice versa. But the Lord, you gotta know. You gotta pray for the Lord to give you that balance. Yeah.
It says, feed me with food convenient for me.
Which is what? The word of the Lord. It's truth. All right, that's that food. Convenient for the guest.
It says, lest I be full and deny thee.
Right.
And say, who is the Lord?
Right.
Being high-minded. That's that shit that comes with having more than what you need. The riches. Right. That's not being full and denying it. Being high-minded.
And you start looking down on your brothers.
Yeah.
And man, got it. That scripture say, if any man have the world's worldly possessions and the world's riches, and you see his brother in need, and you don't give him, you going off. It's wicked. If you got it, and then if you got it like that, there should be no reason why your brother that's near unto you should be struggling.
Right.
He don't gotta know how much you got. You don't gotta know that. It's none of his business. You know what I'm saying? Because that could fuck him up. It could be something locked in too. He don't need to know, but you go, hey, hold this down, bro. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, no, I got you, but all right, get me back in the kingdom. Yeah, bro.
It says, who is the Lord? Let me read it again. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Most High in vain.
Right, cursing the Lord. You gotta steal. In order to eat, now you gotta go steal. You want to buy fruit market, stealing apples and oranges. That's the scripture said, living out a beggar's life. Who want to live that life, man? The Lord God provides you. How about Shem Yahushua, He provides, man? But yeah, bro, y'all got it.
I want to say, that's what's going to happen during Jacob's trouble. A lot of people go into this, they're going to be cursing the Lord because they can't eat, man. that's gonna be the stumbling block. That's gonna be the trap that the Lord's gonna put 2/3 of our people in there. And it says that too, that people gonna still curse the Lord. All right. After all these plagues, man. Still do wickedness, still curse the Lord, still be wicked after all the Lord showed all these plagues. That's how you know that our people just can't get right now. That's how we have to pray to the Lord that we're the elect, and that the Lord just gives that balance, man. The Lord said an unequal balance is an abomination unto you. Yeah,
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
yeah, we didn't come to this world. All right, you came to the world by yourself, man. Okay, just like the Lord said, how is ashes and dust so proud, man?
Yeah.
The Lord hates pride. We go to one of the things the Lord hates. One of the things the Lord hates is pride, man. No man on earth that could die, shit, piss, gotta sleep, should be proud, man.
Right.
The Lord is providing everything for us, man. The Lord is providing our thoughts, the Lord is providing the water, the Lord is providing the food, the Lord is providing the clothes, the Lord provide our families. Lord's gonna put Lord give us all the battles we have to go through. The Lord controls. See, this is the thing. Nobody's doing anything on their own. This is why Lord's like, how the fuck you trying to control it? You know? But what everybody should be is humble, have humility. Okay?
That's right, bro.
That's why you have to pray to be up the elect.
Humility.
Pray to the Lord for meekness, man. Pray for when people ask, you know, when people say, oh, ask the Lord for certain things. You don't be asking the Lord stuff for the world, man. Oh Lord, I want a better job. Lord, I need a woman with a fatter ass. Lord, can I get 2 more cars? Or Lord, can I get an extra 2 more zeros in my account? Ask the Lord for spiritual things, because this is the thing. When you ask the Lord for these spiritual things, that's when the Lord to give it to you. You ask for it by faith. Lord, I asked you for more faith. Lord, I asked you for more humility.
Right.
The Lord has to do it.
Yeah. And guess what? He ain't just gonna zap it into you. He gonna put you through trials and tribulations in order to get that, bro. He gonna put you through the furnace of affliction and that fire, and then you get it. Then you get it. You know what I'm saying? Then you get it.
And you cherish it.
And then you cherish it because you work for that, man. Through the spirit, man. So I'm just laying back, I'm giving it right back to you, bro. We ask for spiritual things, and then you don't be surprised when you get it in the way you ain't think. The Lord is gonna put you through some shit for you to get that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. You know? Oh yeah, he going yeah.
And
Hey, sorry, King David said try the reins of my heart. Try the reins of my heart. Man, one of y'all I can get that real quick, man. Rain, you can type in reins of my heart, try the reins of my heart. You know? King David was that.
Thoughts, right? Like the thoughts of my mind.
Somebody gonna get it, yo. You got it.
yeah, the Lord will have spirits raid your mind. You might have like a burning sensation in your chest and your mind, and it could last for days, weeks, months. And at the end of it, the Lord has you appreciate having a balance of mind, a comfort of mind. Because a lot of people in the world, they don't appreciate having that sanity of mind, man, that comfort of mind. You know?
Yeah.
It's very humbling. Very humbling.
Yeah, you got it, bro? Yeah.
Psalms 22, you like it. Psalms 26 and 2. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart.
Woo, examine me and prove me. Damn, bro. Now, Boca Shot, get the words, rain, get examined and get reins. You know, examine me and prove me. Try the reins of my heart. That's not an easy thing to ask for.
Yeah, that's
Because guess what? When the Lord's gonna grant that, He's gonna put you through the ringers, bro. But you know what? That not saying that's but that's an honorable thing to ask for. But you ask for that, ask the Lord to give you the strength and power to deal with it, man.
Yeah.
You got it out?
Examine.
Yeah, you get examined.
It's to examine, blue letter, to examine, to try, to prove, to scrutinize,
Woo!
to test.
Scrutinize, man. You know what I mean? You putting somebody through things, you're scrutinizing them, man. You want to see if they capable, if they gonna pass the test. Because at the end of the day, I say this a lot. Everything is a test. Absolutely, everything is a test, bro. Everything is a test. You know, and you got to remember it's a test when you know it's a test, chances are you're gonna do what you gotta do to get over it. But if you fuck up when you fail to realize that you're being tested, then your flesh kicks in like, I don't give a fuck about that. You know, you start bitching and moaning. But you acknowledge it's a test, and you're gonna be like, you know what, the Lord is testing me. Lord, how about Shah build me to pass this test? And when you get tested, it's always to become better, right?
Yeah.
You don't just get tested to stay on the same level. Yeah, bro.
It says to be tried, prove, to make a trial.
Right.
And then the Strong's says to tempt.
Lord said I'll keep you from the hour of temptation. Lord said He's gonna keep you from the hour of temptation, and that's good. Get reins now, bro. Reins in my heart, my mind.
Yeah, knowing that perspective, it gives a comfort of mind.
Right.
You know, brother, you know, taught me something very valuable over the years. He said people tend to stress due to the lack of putting things in their proper perspective.
Right.
Put things in their proper perspective, you'll be able to see the bigger picture, and it will give you a comfort of mind. You know? So, as Ella was saying, look at things from a broader perspective.
Right.
And that will, you know, allow us to see the bigger picture. I'll be going through this, so this is why I'm going through what I'm going through. You know, just navigate according to the scriptures, according to the guidelines of the scriptures. Pray, seek counsel. If you need help, ask. Don't try to be a lone wolf.
That's right, bro. Yeah, you got it, brother.
The word range in the letter is going into kicking and stuff up there. One of the definitions says of seed of emotion and affection.
In other words, your mind. Try my mind.
Yeah.
Try my wits. You know, because we grow up soon. I tell you, man, our mind is like our worst enemy. Our mind is our worst enemy, bro. And if you don't put your mind in check, you gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't put your mind in check and start rebuking them thoughts, and you gonna fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Now imagine if we gave heed to every thought that we ever had, bro. We'd be lost in the sauce. We'd be done. We done. Some be dead, some be just in a bad situation. But you gotta rebuke them thoughts, bro.
And the Lord said our mind is desperately wicked.
The heart is desperately wicked. Yeah, the heart is deceitful. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So your mind, who can know it? Your mind, who's saying that song? Ghetto Boy? No, who's it? My mind playing tricks on me?
Oh, this the short midget dude? I forgot his name.
Who? Ghetto Boy. Yeah, Ghetto Boy. Yeah. Yup, my mind playing tricks on me, man. You know? Come on, brother. Come on, man. What's wrong with you, man? Acting like I'm still in kindergarten, B. Yeah, man. I know you are, brother. All right, whoever got something.
All right, I'm going to go back to this real quick. This is Proverbs 30 and 9. It says, one more time. It says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
Yeah, go to Revelation 18, man. Because we gonna wrap it up with some prophecy, man. Destruction of Babylon. Yeah. We're gonna close in 10 minutes.
18 verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven having great power. And the earth was lightened with his lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
Look at this. Look at that. Babylon, America's destruction is at hand. All right, and that's what the prophets are here to tell you. The job of a prophet is to tell you what's going to happen before it happens. And America is going to be destroyed. Babylon the Great is going to fall. All right, thus save the Bible. All right, thus save Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And we can't wait. We can't wait, bro. We hope we got first class tickets up out of here. All right, ringside seats. Ringside seats at the destruction of America. You know, watching and beholding. Bro, this is gonna be beautiful. Words can't express it, bro. Words can't express that, bro. Like, you know, watching America burn, bro.
This shit is a nightmare.
Bro. Nightmare, man. Brothers in the chariots, watching them wearing ICBM shoes from one side to the next, bouncing around like dead marbles and just The sea of glass mingled with fire. Bro, that's what this is all about. That's what it's all about. You know, the scriptures say that, man. You know, watching the destruction of Babylon with Yahushua. The scriptures say in the presence of the Lamb and the angels. You know, you watching America's destruction, bro. It's going. Everybody be looking. The scriptures say only with thine eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked. So, brothers gonna be looking. However the chariots are set up, whether we gonna be looking down, looking out, just watching. Fair, like
you could be in different parts of the chariot, different views.
and still see it. We gonna see, man. I hope we. I say we gonna see. I hope we gonna see. That's why we out here, bro. We ain't out here for nothing else but to make it on them ships. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, after all is said and done, that's the conclusion of the matter. Fear the Most High keeps commandment. That way we can be saved, bro. America is gonna be destroyed, man. No ifs, ands, or buts. And we are sure about that, bro. We're sure about that, bro.
Shall. It says this in Second Peter's. It says, knowing these things shall be dissolved.
What man a person
what man a person ought ye to be.
Yeah.
Seeing these things shall be, and it shall come to pass. It's going to happen. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable, bro. It's already done. It's already done, bro. If it's written, so it's already done.
It's already done.
It's got to be done. The Most High is not a man that he shall lie. So it's written here in the book, in the prophecy, so it's already done, just waiting to happen. It's like if you say you're going to do something, count it done. If you're a man of your word, right? Y'all going to do this? Well, then you know what? I got to do it because I said it's going to be done. That's the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And it's written on paper, and he's not a man that he should lie. Then that will make him a liar. That will make Yahushua a liar. That will make us liars. Now we out here looking like fools. But we not fucking fools, bro. We fools for the Lord's sake. But realistically speaking, as far as the world's concerned, no, we not fools. The laugh is going to be on these people. Who's going to get the last laugh? The elect. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So read on, bro.
It says, and he cried with a mighty, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
Abominable, man. All right, destruction to Babylon, man. Abominable. That's why we say abominable. Destruction to Babylon. The scriptures say Yahushua is gonna come back like a travailing woman, crying, screaming like a travailing woman. That war cry. See, like men in the ancient world, we got that war cry which raises your testosterone. Yeah. You ready to stab and jab with your shield and all that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's gonna come back with a mighty cry like a warrior, bro. You know? That roaring lion, the lion of the tribe of Judah, bro. The Lord's come back to tear shit up, man. You know, when you're in that lion-like mentality, and you just want to sometimes yell out, let out a yell and a scream and shit. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to yell, let out a yell and a scream. How much you think the Lord feel, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
I was reading today that a lion's roar can be heard 5 miles away.
Damn. Yeah. Well, you know what? The whole world is going to hear this roar when you come back. You know? The whole world is going to hear Yahushua roaring like a mighty lion, man, when he come back. Yeah.
And the hold of every foul spirit and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Every last one of them. Every last one of them had partook in Babylon's shenanigans, Babylon's folly, Babylon's wickedness. See? And the Lord set it up that way so that they can hate him. They can hate America. They can hate the Edomites, the American Edomites, whose look was more stout than his fellow. Like your Trumps and your Bidens and all them guys. The whole world hate them. And we hate them too. We hate everybody that's not Israelites or the elect. Yeah. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'll say shut up. Fuck you.
Hate the evil.
And love the good. You're not part of the elect. Then fuck you, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
And that's how we act.
Fuck you. Yeah, bro.
Yep. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Hey, no Paul said, do I be rude in speech, denying knowledge? It is what it is.
David said he makes them the perfect hatred.
We ain't your friendly neighborhood Israelites. Politically correct with bow ties and suits, pamphlets and clipboards. Alright? tell you like it is. We teach according to our spirits. Yeah, bro.
It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Right? Babylon is spoiled. I gotta have this. Gotta have the latest. Gotta have the latest joint. Gotta have the latest Chinese product. Gotta have the latest everything. Spoiled with the abundance of the delicacy. Yeah.
And I heard, fourth verse, Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
That's the deliverance. That's the deliverance. Come out of her, my people. Right? That's when the Lord sends his angels throughout the four corners of the earth to gather his elect. And I like Apostle Paul, believe everybody's gonna be in one ship. I can see that.
Yeah,
brothers, like them little ships could be little charter ships.
Yeah.
Going to the Father's ship. And everybody meet Yahushua in the end. When you think about it, it don't make sense that we gonna be in separate ships watching, you by yourself. You know? Now I wonder where the Akim at. No, we all gonna be together. Lord willing, we elect. And Yahushua gonna be right there. However the elect, the angels gonna gather the elect from the four corners of the earth, because that's what the scriptures say. And what is it, 1 Thessalonians 2nd chapter? Yeah. That's what the scriptures say, gather the elect from the four winds of the earth, and then into the Father's ship. That's why the scripture said we shall meet the Lord in the air. What do you mean meet? So it's gonna be a meetup. You're gonna meet the Lord in the air. We're gonna all gather together and meet Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the air. Everybody that's gonna make it. And every single elect member is gonna be in them ships. Even in certain parts of the earth that's not gonna be destroyed, the elect member is gonna get beamed up. Because at that time the body's gonna be changed. Right? Because we know America is gonna be totally destroyed by fire, like it says in Zechariah 13. But there's other places that's not gonna get touched that got elect members. So what's gonna happen to them? They gotta get beamed up too. Yeah, bro.
It says, fourth verse. And I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin.
Right, which is Psalm 91, that ye be not, how to go? No plague go come nigh thy dwelling. Right? Which is this is it right here. This is that plague that's not gonna come nigh thy dwelling if you part of the elect. You know? Lord will be the elect, man. We gonna make it up out of here, man. Fuck that. You know what I mean? What we gonna do? Go back into the world and wait for missiles? You might as well. What's God forbid, bro?
God forbid.
You know? Be missile food for what? Strive for the truth unto death, bro. You know what I mean? This is a constant battle. Yeah, bro.
Just like you said, we got no other choice. Where else we have no other way to go?
You got no other choice. You got no choice, bro. The only way is a one-way road.
That's it.
This ain't a two-way street. Can't make no U-turns, K-turns, no turns, no nothing. All right, so one-way street, one-way only. Yeah.
It says, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Lord, didn't forget the iniquities of this place, of Esau, of Edom, of the people that follow after Esau, that worship the beast, his image, and receive the mark. No, the Lord didn't forget, bro. This is a generational thing. This is the beginning of time type of envy that the Lord got with the inhabitants of the world. Flood, wait till the flood took place. Genesis the 6th chapter. Men, the sons of the Most High, started going off. Wickedness polluted the earth. So the Lord had to do what? The great reset. But then the greatest reset is about to take place. The flood was a great reset, but the greatest reset is going to be by the way of ICBM missiles, all right? All right, Esau, with your fucking great reset, nigga. Right. Your WEF. Matter of fact, the Lord going to reset your ass, man. Right. You know, we going to reset you every day in the kingdom. Put our foot up your ass, man. And then he said they wear out the saints of the Most High. So what we going to do to you in the kingdom, Esau? We going to wear you out. Man, woman, and child going to get it. Yeah, bro.
This is Revelation 18:6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you.
Right.
And double unto her. Double according to her works.
So we going to double unto you as you done unto us. Double. You know what I'm saying? Double. We going, and you know, Jay, bro, we like to OD. You know, just like, you ODing right now? Yeah, we gonna OD in the kingdom, bro. We gonna overdo it. The Most High about to OD on Babylon. 200 million missiles is gonna be shot on Babylon the Great. That's the definition of OD. You know what I mean? That's straight up OD. You know, I don't know. I know New York, we say OD. I don't know how they say out of the state. but it means to overdo it. So we gonna OD. Double unto you as you have done unto us. Yeah, bro.
It says, and double unto her, double according to her works in the cup which she has filled to her double.
Slavery, that cup of trembling. You know, we were made to tremble at you damn devil, right? Slavery, cargo slave trade, and all that. So Esau beat that fear, huh? Post-slavery. Niggas are still timid at Esau. Fuck Esau, bro. You know, niggas are still timid. They see the so-called white man, and they tuck their fucking nuts behind their back, man. When they see the so-called white man. You know? I see Esau, man. I see myself as a god, a king, a priest. You know, a ruler. And you beneath me. All you damn Edomites. You beneath us, bro.
Right.
We can't do nothing now. But trust that. You are beneath us, man.
They see that with you. Like when you have that look and show that I'm not.
They know.
They know it, bro.
You know, they know that.
It,
they know that. And I love it. I love it, bro.
Like he's a different.
I don't, the scripture say, why trimmers thy way to seek love?
Exactly.
Fuck that, bro. I don't put on my office voice with no fucking Edomite. You know, I talk how I talk. I look how I look. No trimming the bed. No, fuck that, bro. You know, but yeah, bro, last precept, but we gonna close it out.
It says, this is the important part right here. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
Right.
For she said in her heart, I sit the queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come to one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord's power who judges them. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, for the apostles and elders of Yashabala, and peace and sanctity to the Bayam Devil, the house of their Lord.
Shalom. And a Bible ball.
Baba Ball.